song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Clippers is the head and then the neck, and then I do a little fine tuning down there.
Okay. What is your
Just the face?
No, I sit down there.
Okay.
Oh. What is your strategy?
Aquavelva feels weird down there.
Whatever happened to
I
Aquavelva?
don't know.
Is it still around?
I went with Pete Rose. Oh,
It's with like oh
Damn, Kyle.
jeez. Aquavelva's in hell?
wow.
What?
Huh? Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
What? The home run king.
You gotta think.
Okay,
first
so wait,
before you
what?
talk. Oh wow, you can get a 3-pack of Aquavelva Sport on Amazon right now for $17.
They have a sport version.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing. I'm just gonna get. Was your dad an Aquavelva man?
No, my dad was
Is that what's in the thing at gyms? By the way,
right. No, I know
Blue-
what you're talking about. It's
blue
always
water.
the most random stuff.
Could I drink that?
Yeah, it's like in a
When I was a
green
kid.
bottle. And
Yeah.
no, my dad had this cologne called Jade East.
What?
I'm telling you, dude.
J East.
Jade.
Oh,
Jade East.
that
This-
sounds made up.
this stuff right here. I
Maybe I've seen that.
yeah, that's his jam.
Sean Cunningham has that. Probably.
What cologne doesn't Sean Cunningham have? Sean Cunningham's cologne collection was probably worth $100,000.
Yeah. Some people have shoes. He has colognes.
He does. I think he also should.
I think he does too.
He also has shoes.
He has shoe cologne.
And one hat.
I yeah, I don't know. Like there's like this baseline of colognes and aftershaves that are okay. So you have like Aquavelva, Old Spice, Brute.
Like the Old Spice that used to be in the
Yeah,
whatever that
that's
thing
exact.
was.
Not the new like not those commercial ones with like flavor jungle and forest.
Yeah.
You know, no.
Autumn Mist.
What are some other old man like Aquavelva, Old Spice, Brute,
Oh, I was gonna say, but that's shaving cream.
Edge? Barbasol.
Barbasol.
Yeah. That's my mom's full name, by the way. People think it's Barbara. Yeah. So, what is your strategy for falling hair when you're shaving?
You know what? Well, this is since a lot of times I do. My hair is pretty easy to cut myself.
Yeah, but there's still going to be things.
Yeah, but I go outside.
That is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Do you have a mirror out there?
No.
So you're
Usually I go all the way through and then call for cleanup crew, so my wife will any spots, you know.
Oh,
sure,
it's a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
I
go to the barber every once in a while.
Barber will do. Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
To do your head?
Same thing. Same idea.
I guess so. Do you have to?
You do have to pay.
You
Yeah.
do have to pay but full price.
Yeah.
But it's the experience.
Yeah, I guess.
But also, that's when I was like, I was doing that a lot. And then I go, why don't we just get clipper? I mean, I think I could do this. And then
100%
literally I was doing it by myself. Then sometimes, you missed a spot back there or whatever. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, the enough times you just keep running it over your head. You're like, yeah, I think I got it.
Do you go back and forth?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm not supposed to.
I got into this conversation with Dana White once randomly it was on the show. It was on the Old Night Show. And he said he used there's a clipper or an electric something. It's called for women, allegedly. It's called the Venus.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that's the best one out there
to
shave for, because he also is.
Yeah.
He probably has it
what?
laser removed all of his hair
At this point. Yeah.
Mine are drawn in.
You never know until you know, because everyone's in their own little world with that stuff. But years ago, I got a, I don't know what's best described as a little black cape with, I don't know how to describe it.
I forgot we're talking about hair.
It's a long, like rectangular black cloth.
Like what barbers put on you.
Yeah, kind of, but it's got, suctions, little suctions on all four corners. So when I like this is too long for a razor, so I have to clipper it first, and I shave in the shower. So
it catches all that stuff.
It goes onto the mirror, and then I like tie it around the back of my neck. Why are you shaking your head for?
That's way too much work.
Well, no,
you have a shower mirror.
No, I just kind of free ball it in the shower.
I think it attaches to the mirror. Okay.
No. I'm saying I clipper it first outside the shower.
Got it.
Right, and then it catches all the hair, and then I dump the hair, and then I hit the shower, and then razor shave. But how do you catch your hair?
But usually don't shave everything off.
I leave this. I'll trim that. So like I'll shave all this.
Yeah. And
then you take the little hair and ear trimmer, right? Because the older you get, it's like, wow, where'd that come from? And then what do you just let it go in the sink?
No, put a towel over the sink.
Yeah.
I have let it go. Is it terrible to have it go in the sink?
It could
it kills fish or something?
No, it could stop up your drains.
Like a trout with a Santa Claus.
Oh, look, you caught a bearded trout.
A bearded.
Yeah. What?
I think that.
You think that's something?
I don't. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like bearded trout is something. I don't know what it is. Skin bracer. That sounds familiar.
Oh, for your head?
No, it's like Well,
or is it a cologne?
Yeah, one of those. Is that what it was called though? Yeah, skin bracer. Oh yeah, skin bracer. I remember that's correct. By Menon. I totally remember.
It was a cartoon.
Stanza.
Skin bracer. What are these at all?
Oh, it looks like it comes in an aftershave lotion below.
And they all have that, like,
I probably should use more product. I don't use a lot of product.
When I see stuff like this, or like what was it, Aquavit, I think of like how I feel like every man in the 50s, 60s, and 70s woke up and like got out of the shower and put on like a white t-shirt and had like really black rimmed glasses on, and then like threw on some Aqua Velva or Skin Bracer and used their
9-piece suit. They put on
right. Like that was every.
Where are you going? The ball game.
Yeah.
What?
What? No. Yeah. The ball game.
Yeah.
Also, and then you remove your top hat when you get there, so you're not
fedora.
Yeah, especially graduations.
Yeah. Smoking a cigar at 7 a.m.
at the ball game.
Yes.
For the first of the 3 consecutive doubleheaders that the one pitcher would pitch.
Yeah, bum.
Then you go for you'd sneak out for a little little drink at the speakeasy. God, then you go down and buy your meat and whatever for the wife to cook up. Hopefully it didn't have bugs and stuff in it, no. Then you go home and hey, look, there's milk on the porch.
Yeah.
Milkman was here. Hopefully not too long. See? And then you go in and...
We started the day with the newspaper.
You started the day... You 100% started the day with a newspaper and a smoke while the kids are eating and the wife's flitting around. And then every once in a while, somebody would say something, right? Because you'd be looking and be like, wow, see, looks like there's gonna be war in Russia, and then somebody would say something like that. You just kind of look like, raise an eyebrow and then shake your head.
Yeah.
Is that the Daily Worker?
It is, as a matter of fact. It's a Daily Worker. Then you go, then you go. Actually, now I'm starting to just replay parts of the Christmas Story in my head as to what everyone did. Yeah. Then you go mess with the furnace a little bit, the basement.
Yeah.
Bang around on that sucker. What must it have been like? That's part of the appeal of Christmas Story for me. What must it have been like to grow up in Indiana in the 50s or something like that? Like the winters, Christmas parades, Americana.
What would it like to live in Indiana now? Ugh.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If you had to time change to go back in time and you're your age now, but it had to be in the 1900s.
Okay, so you're not saying when would I? So because I know when I want to grow up.
Yeah,
I know that. So I'm trying to time it so that would have happened. Is that what you're asking?
I guess.
Well, because
but like right now, we're putting you back at your age in this decade,
50s,
in the 50s,
without a second thought, the 50s,
90s.
Yeah, you'd still get to experience the 90s. Maybe.
Huh?
If you were your age now through the 50s, would you experience the 50s?
You have to be,
yeah, I guess.
50s sounds awful.
Oh, 50s are wonderful. You got, stick your, I know where you're going. I'm talking about, it's like him on the text line last night. I want to live in New York City in the 50s, man. Oh. I want to see that baseball. And then I want to be
Dave's a baseball guy.
Conscious enough to go 60s is the greatest decade for music. I want to go through all that as it comes out.
Yeah. But you think at that point, you'll be older.
Yeah.
This
ain't great.
What is this?
What is this shenanigans? Yeah, see, that's the thing. I
like my these prices are outrageous. A nickel for a burger.
Like my dad was born in 1943. That's almost and in New York. Mm-hmm. That's almost perfect timing because the 50s hit. He's 7.
Yeah.
Then he's conscious enough to go through like
17.
Oh my God. You're growing up with Mays and Mantle and Snyder and all of that stuff. And then you get into the 60s. So now he's 17 in 1960. The Beatles are about to hit. The Beach Boys are about to hit. Jimi Hendrix, all that stuff. Vietnam, you had to do that. But then, you come through and then 70s. Like what a not that there weren't issues.
Then you get to the 80s and you're like, who's this Will Clark guy
what is this, Madonna? Who is she? Is that a soccer player?
Right. Is this music anymore?
$1.19 for gas? What is going on?
Never forget my dad. I got the Temple of the Dog album with Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder and others singing on it. And it was a particular song where Chris Cornell was screaming and hitting all his high notes and stuff. I'll never forget. That's pretty much my dad kicks open my door and goes, "It sounds like someone's dying. Turn it down." Like, Dad, come on, man.
Aquavelva.
Then
out the door.
He'd go downstairs and flick on his reel-to-reel with all his old Doobie Brothers and Beach Boys. And, that's real music. Never forget we got him for Christmas once that he wanted the record that had Smuggler's Blues by Glenn Frey on. He was like, "That's music," because he was into Miami Vice. Mm-hmm. I know we got to do stuff. I forgot. Very momentous thing last night. Just wanted to throw it out there. My daughter's first driving lesson with me. It was on a whim. I took her down to the old elementary school around the corner. And I never had thought of this before. This is like a new thing, but like, do I want her to learn how to drive in a Tesla? I never thought of that. Like, I kind of don't because it's kind of cheating. So we have a regular car. So we went down there in the regular car. I mean, without the,
one of those normie cars.
Not the, what I'm talking about, not electric. And we did like circles around the parking lot, come to a complete stop, which really, It kind of was. I'm not going to lie. Seeing my kid driving, tried to come to a complete stop.
You or her?
I wish I could come to a complete stop with time, 100%. But no, I think like every kid, I hate you, Chris. I think like every kid kind of failed on the smooth stops at first. There's a little whiplash going on, but she got it. And then it was left blinker, right blinker, slalom. And then I surprised her. I said, all right.
It was the cones.
I feel like this. Yeah, they were cones. I don't know. This is probably I'm actually literally admitting to breaking the law on the air, so that's probably not a great thing. But I feel like this is one of those dad moments she'll remember. I hope. Maybe I was just overplaying it. But we were there for about an hour. It's the very first time behind the wheel of the car. Very first time. Doing all that. It was like 8 p.m. There's nobody on. I said, all right, drive us home. She looked at me like, wait, what? And I was like, that's right. We're right around the corner. So we pulled out. I think I was more scared than she was, but I didn't show it. And I'm like, all right, left blinker. Everything was great. And then I go, do you want to pull into the driveway or do you want me to pull in the driveway? And she goes, no, I think I can do it. So at one point, as we're getting, I go, okay, go a little bit left. Well, in her head, she heard go right. We were
what?
Yeah, turn the wheel, to the left because she was getting a little close to mom's car. And so I said, all right, go left a little bit. But she turned the wheel right, like something in her brain. Shockingly, she's related to me. Something in her brain went backwards. And she goes right. And I go, whoa, brake. And just this close from smashing old mom's car. But we made it safely. We're going to try again today.
The cars smashed through the garage, though.
That's fine. I mean, there's insurance. All right.
Oh, you think our insurance will cover your unlicensed daughter? Interesting.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Chris?
Yeah. How about I get a call from USA later? We heard your show.
USA.
Yeah. All right, leading off. Number one, please.
Let's do it. Leading off. The 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 win away from their first ever NBA championship. For the first time in the finals, they lead the Pacers 3 victories to 2, a resounding Game 5 home court win, 120-109, as the Thunder have 2 shots to get 1 win to hoist their first ever NBA title.
From the 209. Remember the 209 put the text line over the top yesterday? Text line got a big win yesterday on the heels of finding that commercial.
Yeah, are they now working from behind?
I'm gonna be honest. The 209 alone is trying to put a streak together.
Are they on a heater?
Yeah, 916-339-1140. First text of the day. 1985 senior grad trip return from Hawaii. 2 ounces of weed taped to my shin. Smuggler's Blues playing on the airplane radio headphones as we take off. Memories. That's it. It's just a nice text.
Taped to my shin.
Taped to my shin. Imagine getting through security these days that way. Yeah. Remember when you tried it?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work out.
The second time.
No, there it comes. Hey, the Thunder are just 1 win away from an NBA championship.
Yeah. Oh, they have to win 4?
Yeah.
Why do they play so many games?
Right. Or best of 17. It's been floated before.
It has been.
It has been floated before.
Okay.
First to 9.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hey, Jason,
Mm-hmm.
this is funny. The Pacers did not win, and they scored 109.
Can't get to got to get to the magic number.
That's like the stat of the year.
Yeah.
It really is. That 110 number. Thunder get over it, they win. Pacers get over it, they win.
Yep.
It's pretty much what it is. This was okay.
Where was your guy?
Which guy?
Chris's guy.
Former
King.
The Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's going to be hilarious today. I've already seen it. So, look, man, I'm rooting for the Thunder. Like I got no dog in this fight. The amount of crap Halliburton's going to get today.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
But also he was hurt. He's hurt.
Oh, he was hurt?
He's hurt.
Oh, he played like
34 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
He's hurt.
We don't think he was. Do we think, is he faking it? Are we implying he's faking it?
It's interesting that it's come out now.
Well, is it though? Because don't athletes generally try to hide it historically because they don't want the other team to know what's going on?
Should he have played?
I mean, I guess that's
was
the question.
He being
selfish? 4.7 boards, 6 assists.
Did he hurt it in a wrestling ring? That would be so funny.
If he had spent more time focusing on the
right.
He heard it on McAfee show.
He heard it making the choke sign.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually when it started.
Yeah.
It stretched his
Is what?
hamstring. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to. We're just so quick to jump on people. I just want to be fair. Like, God, the guy's hurt. Like, what do you want? Everyone's like, oh, what a bum. They're not here without him, and he's hurt. Should he play? I mean, that's a legit question. I guess here's my thing that Rick Carlisle has to decide. Carlisle. It's actually Carlisle. Can they win without Tyrese Halliburton? Can they? Is it legitimately possible for them to win with it? I don't think it is.
Yeah. They can't come close last night.
Well, here's another thing. 120-109 is the final, but let's not forget there was a point in the fourth quarter where this was looking very pacery.
Yeah, they got it to 2. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, there was multiple times during the game that they ended up winning by 11 that it felt like it was going to be 11 or up to 20.
Sure.
Yeah, it's their night. That's fine.
Yes.
The Pacers aren't going to do it. You're like, wow, how are they here again?
There they are.
Yeah.
Down to 2 in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And
with plenty of time.
Absolutely. And they're the Thunder missing shots. Pacers are getting every rebound. They're running great offense. And it's
Siakam's, you can't stop him.
Going okay. And I'm thinking, God, Halliburton doesn't have anything. And they're within 2. Oh, God. He's going to heat up. They're going to heat up.
Got him right where they want him.
Yeah, there was a point during the game where if you'd have stopped time and said, who do you think is going to win this game? I would have had to think about it for a while. I think a lot of people would have. The Thunder responded. The Pacers were not able to do what they've done so many times in these playoffs, and that was the fun. But this game was a lot closer than the final score. Also, Thunder win by 11, and that line was 9.5. Looks like maybe Vegas knows what they're doing. So that's going to be the giant story. McConnell with 18 off the bench. Also, keeping TJ McConnell on the bench might be the biggest mistake Rick Carlisle has made this postseason.
That's to me where it kind of gets difficult, because back to the Halliburton conversation. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's something that's bothering him, but that's where a coach more times than not leans towards someone that's proven it, which has been Halliburton, but maybe the right answer should have been McConnell in that situation. And that's where you talk to the player and they were getting better results with McConnell last night.
They were, and I don't know what he said. I mean, look, Rick Carlisle's Rick Carlisle. What is Zebra saying here? Your banner says 717. I can't see that. Is that like a YouTube thing? It's really, she says our banner says 717.
It is. Oh, 617, I guess.
Where even is that? Is that something that we can't see on this view? Oh, wait, hold on. I'll go to the other view. She's right. July 17th. That would kind of drive me nuts.
We're in the future.
Man, we're in the future. That's what's going on. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
That was an absolute blow. A blow off the bat of Nick Kurtz.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one's in the river.
Yes.
Holy goodness.
Yeah.
Nick Kurtz coming through in the clutch.
I think that's so great when an athlete knows, the connection, he takes a look and then just bat flip.
It's like an underhanded bat toss flip thing. Good job with the lights going on. That's kind of cool. Great night. Cool. Great night for the fans out there.
Yeah, that's 4 in a row.
That is 4 in a row. That is that's actually officially a streak, Jason Ross. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. They are on a streak. They're on a winning streak. And then the Astros had to do, or they are on a winning streak. And then the Astros had to do the walk of shame. Yeah. It's probably anytime the team loses or the opposing team loses, just do like a nah, hey, goodbye as they're walking off. Good for the A's, man. Really good for the A's.
It's the Giants.
What?
That's the Giants.
What's the Giants?
That's the song that they played when
work for them. Just copy it. Good job by Nick Kurtz. And now they go for game 2 against the Astros. And see if they look 5 in a row. Hey,
Go for it.
I'll tell you right now. I wouldn't mind seeing them win 21-22. Be the first time Major League history that's happened.
Maybe they make a movie.
Moneyball 2.
Mm-hmm.
Electric Boogaloo. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
Otani's 28th pitch, a 1-1 to Bogarts. A chopper to the left side. Muncy charging along the line, in the glove, throws on the run. Freeman stretches, in time to get him. And so that will stranded Arise. But the Padres do get one on the Manny Machado sacrifice fly, following the back-to-back singles to greet Shohei Ohtani in his Dodger pitching debut in 2025.
How is Luis Ariza's nickname not all?
Good point.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of attention to this,
Mhm.
but I haven't seen. Can he hit?
That's the question, Jason
Yeah.
Ross.
He hit?
He hit 100 miles an hour on the gun.
Okay, yeah, but
can he hit?
You're right.
Right.
There's a lot of talk about this guy as a pitcher.
Right.
I mean, can
But
he
can he
hit?
swing the bat?
Yeah.
Well, we'll go over that a little bit later. We'll take a break. When we come back, actually, we'll go over it next. Safe or out? Shohei, the Red Sox, the Athletics. We're back in just 3.5 minutes.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com to join.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Tuesday, spotlighting sunshine, a pleasant morning, and a warmer afternoon. Expect to have light winds out of the southwest today. Plenty of sunshine. Highs in the low to mid 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Roseville Auto Mall is Northern California's ultimate destination when looking for your next vehicle. Find the largest selection with 20 top brands. And don't forget Dad this Father's Day or that grad in your life. We've got you covered at the Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Zach Geloff, still out with that stress reaction in his ribs, joined the A's on the road in Anaheim last week to continue his rehab progression and is expected to begin a minor league rehab assignment this week. Gio Urshela, out with that left hamstring strain, joined AAA Las Vegas for a rehab assignment last week and is expected to begin playing this week as well. This injury update was brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Have an injury? Call Downtown. Downtown LA Law Group, an injury law firm, has many happy clients in Sacramento and the surrounding areas who have called Downtown. Get paid for your injuries from slip and falls or auto accidents. One of their most recent settlements was $1.5 million for a motorcycle accident. Have you had an auto accident? Call Downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222 and visit them at calldowntown.com.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guest, Mitchell Tenpenny.
cash. Vincent Mason and Avery Anna. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Tickets and info at CITPFest.com.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking!
From the text line.
Safe or out. Wow. It's time to go around baseball. Man. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
That was all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Chris spent less time telling stories, more time on the board.
Who's not?
Yeah.
It was a good story.
It was a pretty good story, let's be honest. Better Carlisle, Rick or Belinda? It's a good question.
Belinda?
I never had a crush on Rick. Not a huge
Celtics uniform.
Well,
I know a lot of people say he's smoking.
How about Brandy?
Brandy Carlisle with an I, right?
Yeah.
What? Who is Brandy Carlisle?
He's like a folk-ish singer.
Yeah. Does some stuff with Elton John.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Let's see here.
I saw her live at Austin City Limits.
And I'm gonna go with Belinda. No.
Better.
Yeah. Belinda, and the by the way, the YouTube chat's trying to make a comeback here with Mark, who's checking in with his first text of the day. Uh-huh. Morning, gentlemen. Kyrie Irving, Davion Mitchell, Dyson Daniels, John Collins, re-signed Jake LaRavia, Bobby Portis, Jonathan Isaac, and Jamarian Sharp. I thought this was Sacktown Sports. Everybody, I don't know what
they're getting all those guys.
He does that, and I don't know what is he saying. Acquire the guys on top, and then
should be easy,
right? But how are you getting them?
You just get them.
I gotta be honest. I
You're
like
asking questions.
I actually like Mark. I do. So I don't want to sound like I'm crapping on him. I actually like Mark. But those texts, he does those, and it actually makes it. I get angry because I go, what are you talking about? Are you? It's like involuntary like vomiting of okay. How are you getting them? Or are you just throwing out names you like?
Details.
Yeah, right. Don't just bring a thing to my doorstep without explaining how the thing is gonna thing. You can't do that. Then I'm gonna think about all day. Well, how's that happening? Be like, I went to the trade machine, and this is this is realistic, and look at it from both sides, and that's a realistic.
Who says no?
And right, who says exactly? Can't just go. Text line's going for a 2-game. I'm gonna lie. Chat line lifetime is big winners, but Russ screwed it up yesterday, and Mark is trying today.
I'm Mark.
Let's get it together. Mark checking in.
And I'm Mark.
Safer out question 1, please.
In his return from a major surgery, Shohei Ohtani hit 100 miles per hour on the gun. Safer out. We've forgotten a bit about how amazing this guy is.
I was kind of watching him and going, wow, he's a all-star hitter, and he's throwing 100 miles an hour.
Test him. Bionic arm.
Now, he wasn't exactly sharp, although he was getting a little squeezed by the ups. And this is a Dodger I'm talking about. It was a little squeezy.
Dave loves the Dodgers.
Big Dodger guy.
Kid's going to USC.
Got to watch out for those traders, Chris. Spies.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I didn't even put it in there. Monty McNair's got a job. Did you see that yesterday?
I did. Also going to LA. You have more resources.
Rumor has it he's actually going to be he's going to be like Zoom. He doesn't have to. It's a big family to relocate.
Still sources.
He's got like 20.
So he's still here.
Yeah, still here.
Nice.
Sacramento's Monty McNair.
Yeah.
Working with the Clippers. He's originally from SoCal, so good for him.
Did he get a Clipper vest?
That's actually a wonderful question. Yeah. Is the vest something that stays in Sacramento? And then he's going to be, what if it's a different thing? Like he's like turtleneck Monty in LA.
When he wore the vest to Vegas Summer League, I'm like,
yeah,
come on. He's like, it's cold in the gym. It's 117 outside of the gym.
Got this thought of like Monty, like 2 weeks after they mutually parted ways, he's just like 12 hams deep in his man cave with like wearing the vest and boxers.
Yes,
but like the vest is like almost all the way unbuttoned. There's like some nacho Doritos stuck in his chest hair. He's like, hey, trades. So anyways, we have forgotten a little bit about how amazing this guy is.
Monty?
And Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
Both of those.
He's incredibly gifted. I mean, it's just, we haven't seen anything like it. And when I know, like, when the comps are Babe Ruth, like, one, it's amazing to be put in that sentence, but I mean, Shohei is incredible as a pitcher and hitter. It's just incredible what he's doing.
Question 2, please.
Red Sox execs say they traded Rafael Devers due to lack of alignment. Safe or out? They're in massive spin mode.
Safe. They are in massive spin mode. But also, I don't know.
Some truth?
I try to look at this from the Red Sox point of view. Now, could they have gotten more for Rafael Devers? Probably.
Chowder.
But you also have a situation where, regardless of whose fault it was, this was a total breakdown. Like, John Henry flew out to Kansas City to meet with Devers, and obviously that didn't go that well. They wanted to move him around all over the place. He didn't want to move around. Then Devers got pissed that somebody else volunteered to play first. That was, a younger player. And then there's back and forth. And Red Sox have been pretty damn good at producing talent. They have some big prospects that are playing now at the major league level, and that's a big contract. That's a huge long-term contract. So I kind of get it. And I, by the way, those things in the clubhouse, those can be a thing. They just swept your Yankees. They just won yesterday, beat, I think, Seattle. I think they're on a 5-game winning streak. One of the things they said is, I think by the end of the year, we may have more wins than we would have had we not made a move. Now, there's no way to find out if that's true or not, but sometimes it is addition by subtraction, getting that out. He obviously didn't want to be there. Yeah. So I do get it. We'll see. Look, Harrison's not a bad prospect. The hitter kid they gave up, not a bad prospect. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think there certainly is some spin on their part, yes. But like we said, there is some truth to it. I think between the young players like you mentioned,
right,
and then just, sometimes you have to be willing to do different things for the team. And I think Boston it sounds like they got frustrated with that. Now, I don't think it's the same situation with the Giants. So Giants are going to enjoy what they want from him, which is this very gifted bat. So put him in the lineup, whether he's DH, whether some days he plays 30, he might right now while Chapman's out.
Yeah.
Then enjoy it.
I think it's going to be really interesting. It does seem like the most likely thing is going to be DH. Well, first off, Chapman's out. He's there. That's easy. Chapman comes back. So DH or first, I could see either one. Problem is Bryce Eldridge. It's a good problem to have, but Bryce Eldridge he is nigh. He is on the way. He is the best prospect perhaps in the organization, and he is a first baseman. Yeah. So they got a lot of years that they're going to need to figure out where the hell to put Rafael Devers. Also, who knows how long Chapman's going to be here.
Right.
Too. Things can happen. All right, number 3, please.
The Athletics won their 4th in a row last night with a Nick Kurtz walk-off.
Not enough of a pause.
Safe or out? Nights like last night make it all worth it in Sacramento.
The key there is all worth it, and that's subjective. I'll say out, but I do want to drive home the point that last night was that's great. I'm very public as to how I feel about this team being here and everything surrounding it. But I don't want to be that guy. I can't deny that there were a ton of kids in the crowd last night that got to see that moment in Sacramento and then drive home less than 2 hours to get to bed. And you saw it at a park in West Sacramento, and it was those are the moments that you were hoping for if you were trying to be an optimist about this. And you have to tip your cap to that. That was awesome.
Yeah, this part of the move has already happened. Yeah. Now, their future, we don't know. But the future even here, we don't know how long it'll be. But nights like this, I mean, it is Major League Baseball. It's a walk-off, which isn't that common to see. It's the home team to do it. Young, big prospect that they have that they've been waiting to really get hot. You beat the Astros. I mean, there's a lot of layers. There's a good pitching night all the way through. It was a good game. So, yeah, that's one of the better moments they've had at that park.
Beat that Astros.
Yeah.
They did. They
Smacked.
It. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, by the way, did I when we mentioned that we re-upped, did I mention that we had gone to our boss at one point and said, look, we'll re-sign here in Sacramento, but we'd actually like to go to San Antonio? because everybody's doing that these days.
It's the thing to do.
It is. San Antonio is the epicenter, and I guess Kevin Durant was listening to the show because now that's where he wants to go. Apparently, we're going to get into this for a little bit because it does tie sort of back to the whole De'Aaron Fox thing, which has been played out, but I think it's also a broader conversation. Like, is this okay? Should this be perhaps considered tampering? And why is everybody all of a sudden preferring San Antonio or Houston or Miami? I'll tell you why. It may not be the reason you think. Long drive there, though. Not my best effort. Not really. Just wanted to get into the commercial.
Be better.
Yeah, I got to be better. I'll do better. Carmichael Dave. My good. Hi, how are you? For my good friends at Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Hey, everybody in the chat, would you lay off Mark? I guess that's kind of my fault. Mine was like good-natured ribbing. And then Russ comes in, and Russ is just like, "You're an absolute moron, Mark." Calm down. Also, if anyone in the chat should not be spewing insults, it's probably Russ. Russ still has the dunce cap on from yesterday. And look, whether you wear a dunce cap, let's be honest, or you're the smartest guy in the room, either way, driving around a brand new Hoblet Ram is going to be a good look all summer long. Think about the things you can do with that truck. Pile the family in, or maybe just you and the dog. Put the fishing poles or the kayaks, or hell, put whatever you want in the back. And you got luxury on the inside. You got brawny on the outside. Head up to the mountains and rediscover the youth of your youth. What? Or maybe you get a Jeep, take the top off, let your hair flow in the breeze, or whatever. Wind fly off your skin. I'm just saying, I didn't want to discriminate against Heracles challenged. All right. Look, Hoblet is family owned and operated. Been serving the greater Sacramento area for decades. I've gotten 2 cars from them. I've recommended them to a ton of people who have all been phenomenally happy. And there's a reason why they are. The number 3 Ram truck dealer in the country, number 1 in the entire state of California, just 5 minutes from Woodland. Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. And you tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. Why does Kevin Durant want to go to San Antonio, and what the NBA can do to stop this? And yes, they should do something. I'll tell you what and why next.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you. Lightning and the thunder. The thrill of the moments to come. Introducing all new high-limit slots. Showcasing over 260 exciting slots. Impeccable service. Premium amenities. And action that's unmatched. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Calling all gamers, get ready to play ball. It is video game night with the Sacramento Rivercats on Saturday, June 28th, and we're bringing your favorite worlds to the ballpark. From pixelated classics to modern hits, it's the ultimate mashup of gaming fun and baseball action. Whether you're a casual player, hardcore fan, or just in it for the vibes, this night is for you. Enjoy a summer evening of Rivercats baseball like never before. Level up your game night. Grab your tickets at rivercats.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Right now, get a $15 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro refrigerant products at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
People are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, from Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville, because they've seen for themselves the huge selection and the best prices at SacSuperstore.com. Good luck finding a lower price anywhere else. And if you do, they'll match it. It's as simple as that. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where a handshake still means something. Open until 10 o'clock and centrally located right across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course. And online at SacSuperstore.com. The guaranteed lowest price and the best selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. SacSuperstore.com.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
They're not like us. That's what they say.
That's right.
Well, it looks like day 2 of Russ killing it for the chat. Wow. I'm going to focus more on the text line, 916-339-1140. You know, is Russ the Rafael Devers of the chat, but without talent?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Is he bringing the whole thing down? Just a total disconnect. By the way, did somebody tell me Russ is a ginger? I think he is. That would explain a lot. He's the father of a ginge. I'm a ginge dad. I just go around. I'm proud to be a ginge dad. Mm-hmm. Like we were talking about, yeah, girl dad, boy dad, ginge dad. Kevin Durant wants to go to San Antonio. His preferred destinations are apparently, he does not want to go to Minnesota. He wants to go to San Antonio, Houston, or Miami. So you got Miami and Miami culture, and that's where everybody goes anyways. You know, they love Miami. San Antonio seems to be the choice du jour.
Yeah. Sam Amick said that was his number one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, number one. And Houston's the other one. Now, on the surface, okay, well, you got Miami and Bam Adebayo and Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley, and they're perennially competitive. Houston is on the way up. Also, Kevin Durant went to Texas, University of Texas. He has, he's a Baltimore guy, but he has roots there. Maryland guy, I should say. And San Antonio. But could there be something else at play here? Anyone want to throw at me what San Antonio, Houston, and Miami all have in common? Anything pop into your head at all?
Yeah.
What?
Tax?
No state tax.
Why not Dallas?
I wonder.
Why not Orlando?
I thought about that, and I wonder if. Well, Orlando just made their move for Bain. I don't know if that's on the table. I don't. The same thing with Dallas. I just don't know. I think in both cases, it's like, what are they giving up for him? Now, look, I don't.
Why not Portland?
That's a good question. Although I don't think Portland's. I think in San Antonio, especially in San Antonio and Houston's case, I think they're both. You're playing with Wembanyama, Castle, and Fox. Now all of a sudden, if Durant were to join San Antonio, if Durant were to join San Antonio. Without them giving up, obviously, Wembanyama, Fox, or Castle.
How are they going to make the money work?
It's a great question. You'd have to involve.
I mean, the Spurs have missed the playoffs 6 years in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody thinks they'll keep missing it, but.
No. The Spurs are. I think we have a pretty decent idea as to where the Spurs appear to be going. Although it's not entirely out of play that Victor Wembanyama becomes a monk. Have you seen what he's been doing?
No.
Oh,
wow.
No, he's like full on spending the off season, like doing monk things. Not Malik either. Like actual, like there's clips of him like not trying to be funny here, running with the monks and wearing the monk outfit and monking. Like it's a physical and mental. I don't know, whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know what monks do, but it's like this whole spiritual, physical, mental, whatever thing that he's done. I mean, good for him, seriously.
Yeah.
But Durant's making 51. I think the idea there, to answer your question, there, Christopher Ladd, would be some combo. Look, Devin Vassell makes $30 million. That's going to get you most of the way right there. If you added in Keldon Johnson, let me see. Yeah, that works. So you can do it.
Why would they say?
Click.
Why would what?
Why would the Suns say yes to that?
Well, because that's not the trade. That's the money. Obviously, you're probably getting the number 2 pick in the draft this year out of that. And then I would imagine.
And then the Spurs future first that are all going to be 30th.
That's probably if you're, I don't know all of,
or maybe I want another Kentucky guard to go along with Booker.
I don't know that this is all. I don't know every single pick the Spurs own, but if they were to say Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, the number 2 from this year, a future unprotected first, you're right. It's probably not going to be great. And that Kings pick swap.
Okay.
I think that's interesting for Phoenix. And a lot of that depends on what the market says.
Right.
And,
I'm only going off what was the one report Toronto allegedly was like RJ Barrett, quickly Jakob Poeltl, and the number 9 for Durant.
That's a pretty good deal.
So, but I think now and that's a Toronto team that he has not expressed interest in.
Sure.
If I'm Phoenix, I don't care who he's interested in.
Oh, 100%. If you're getting these, if those offers are real, you're going for the best offer available.
Yeah.
Now, that offer may temper based on what he and his agent are telling those other teams as far as him being there.
And I think San Antonio's in a spot very similar to where they were with Fox. Like, where he wants to go. That's a huge advantage. Now, you may not be able to get him because I think they don't want to give up any of those important things to them.
No, I don't think so either.
But if I'm Phoenix, I'm like, yeah, let's talk Fox, let's talk Castle, let's talk, Wembanyama. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but yeah.
I do wonder. Let's just, for the fun of it, say the Spurs took the deal I just put on the table, or the Suns did. By the way, again, part of the reason I think Miami is not so much a dark horse, but kind of, again, how often do you see stars of that level traded in conference? It happens, but it doesn't happen that often. But if the Spurs were able to get Durant for that, and you're looking at Fox, Castle, Durant, Wembanyama, and whatever, what is that team?
A lot like the last 2 that Durant's been on, that's had Kyrie and Harden, that's had Booker and Beal, that like when they're healthy, they're good. But if they're not, I mean, if I'm San Antonio, of course I do it, but I don't know what it is. mean, again, it's a team that has not made the playoffs 6 years in a row. Wembanyama's coming off this blood clot, which seemingly is very serious. I hope there's nothing further from that.
Sure.
And then Durant is an all-timer, but he's been on great rosters here for the last years and it hasn't materialized.
You still have Jeremy Sohan. You still have Harrison Barnes. I mean, you still have some folks there. You wouldn't have much of a bench. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But also, part of what I wanted to say, we got a break here, is I just want to reiterate the NBA could 100% adjust the salary cap. It's one of those things I just don't understand why it hasn't happened. Adjust the salary cap so you do not get a built-in advantage for not having state tax, especially for big contracts. That makes a huge difference over time. And you got teams now in California or New York or wherever that are hamstrung by their state laws. And the NBA could absolutely step in and weight these things so that it's an even playing field. Right. It's bad enough that you have shoe companies offering extra bonuses for markets, but it should be that's the whole point of a salary cap, is to create a level playing field. It's not a level playing field.
Exactly.
That's tens of millions of dollars in extra income. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for madness. We'll talk a little bit about why the Spurs are so coveted. Also Tyrese Halliburton and also the series in general. Plus, what's next for OKC? Should they win this whole thing? We'll get to all that. 3 for madness next.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com to join.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for American Energy, and oh my goodness, I'm born and raised here. I know it gets hot, but my goodness, we're already seeing 100-degree days. Listen to me. You do not want your system to conk out in the middle of June or July or August with one of those big 100-degree stretches. You want to make sure you're good all summer long. And my friends at American Energy Heating and Air can do that with a $24.50 tune-up right now. That's half price. And if you need a new system, $3,500 off, up to $3,500 off in rebates for qualified systems. They've been around since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. Call them right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals secrets that the industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837-5050. 800-837-5050.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at ChooseMAT,
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Giant Summer Sale and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our number one priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com. Your one-stop Honda shop.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guests, Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Hoplet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Tickets and info at CITPFest.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, it is time for 3 for Madness, and we start 3 for Madness. Let's start with question 1, Chris.
Oh, changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna change it up.
Kevin Durant reportedly says his destination of choice is San Antonio. Why are the Spurs so coveted?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. First off, historically a great organization.
Mm-hmm.
People like playing for the Spurs. Secondly, low cost of living. Not that you're worried about it at that level, but also you're making a ton of money. But also, you're playing with Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox and the rest. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're playing with Wembanyama. I think a lot of these guys understand or believe that the Spurs are a team very much on the rise. I just would love as a Kings fan. And we just want to be that. I guess we kind of were when DeRozan came here because he thought something was happening maybe. Mm-hmm. But wouldn't it be nice just to have like bona fide stars be like, I want to play there.
That's where I want to be.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I think that's life goals right there.
Yeah, and I think if Durant is truly being coveted by a lot of the league, which I believe he would be, the other part about joining San Antonio, besides all the things that you listed, which I agree with, I think maybe Durant would also feel like, not that he's like, I think that he's needed in a sense that Durant would help everybody.
Yes.
But like, I think they need him. I mean, I don't think they're a title team right now. Do you
think the Spurs need Durant is what you're saying? No,
in
I
a
understand
way
what you're saying.
of where, like, okay, late game situation, even with Wembanyama, even with Fox, with Castle, with all the guys that they have, that's kind of your dude.
Yes.
Where if he goes to the Knicks, is it Brunson? Is it Durant? Is it, he's kind of been a part of some other situations where he's I don't know that he's ever the second option, but at times maybe he becomes that. We're here just innately. I think he's the guy they go to, and they're still young, and it might also give his career, not that he needs any more juice to it, but it's like, man, Durant put him over the top. Like when he won with the Warriors, he won the finals MVP twice.
Yes.
Like he was already going to a loaded team.
Yeah.
But he was one of the major differences is why they won.
Yes.
Where people, were ripping him for joining this great team, but he won 2 finals MVPs. And so I think of all the teams he could be joining, that might be one of the thought process, in a smaller thought process behind it.
Is Kevin Durant underrated?
He's pretty great.
Is Kevin Durant the best pure scorer in NBA history?
One of them. Yeah.
I think when it's all said and done, I think Kevin Durant is going to, he's 7 feet tall. He's listed as 6'11", but everybody says he's 7 feet. Last year in 62 games, he averaged just under 27 points a game on 53, 43, 84 splits. His lifetime is 50, 40, 88.
Yeah.
While averaging 27.2 points a game. Oh, by the way, he also brings you 7 boards and 5 assists a game and a block and a steal. He's so damn good, dude. We forget he's 36, but it doesn't look like he's slowing down. The big question with Durant is always, is he going to be healthy?
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
Everything else is great. So I don't think there's a team in the NBA that couldn't use Kevin Durant. It's a lot of money. You're going to have to give some stuff up. But Phoenix got to do something.
Yeah. I mean, and we got to remember how excited people were at the beat. Oh my gosh, he's going to Phoenix with Booker. And then when they got Beal, it was like, this is going to be a trio to worry about. And it just never became that.
And I also wonder with Durant gone, what Beal does next year too. Mm-hmm. Is it possible Beal could have a comeback year? I don't know. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
They're definitely not going for the puffy tacos.
What?
If Tyrese Halliburton's injury carries into Game 6, is the series over?
Actually, it's funny you say that. I forgot to bring that up over the weekend. I'm gonna when we got here yesterday, I'm gonna try something this week. We're having tacos Wednesday or Thursday. No, we're gonna do it Thursday, and not that I have a menu every week for what we eat in the house, but we're gonna have taco night Thursday. I saw the coolest thing, man. So it's like the street taco sized tortillas, right?
Tiny.
Right. And so you bend them into a little taco boat and you put them in the toaster. And then you hit toast and then they come out and they're that shape. And then it's like a way of making instant kind of puffy, hard taco shells. I saw it on the internet.
Wait, they become puffy?
Well, they puff a little bit, but they're mostly crunchy, right? I'm very curious. You see it on the internet.
Flour or corn?
Oh, the ones I saw were flour. Yeah. I don't know if it'll work for corn. I don't think so. The hard shell. Well, the hard shell generally are corn.
Yeah,
but they're fried. I think
that might.
I don't know. I'm gonna have a report back for you when you get back, Jason.
Should you make your tacos? I make my tacos, and then we compare and contrast.
Of a taco off?
Yeah.
I don't think you want that. That'd be really embarrassing.
Talk off.
Here's why. I think Chris very well could win, but what if he doesn't? What if Chris loses a taco off to me?
What does that mean?
I'm not too worried about it.
Wow.
I asked you guys last night if you had.
Right.
You ever had Concha Nita Pibil? That's what I'd probably do. I'd probably do Concha Nita Pibil tacos.
Would it be as good as Maya Wells?
As your what?
As Maya Wells? The restaurant downtown?
I've never been there.
What kind would you make, Chris?
Just our traditional beef tacos.
Ground beef?
No.
Shredded?
No. We use roast beef out of a can. It sounds crazy, but it works.
Dave,
it's a Romero tradition that you guys are questioning.
I mean, really,
You've just moved into the odds favorite.
There's no loser in this.
No. What else do you guys dress your tacos with? That's probably going to be the important part.
I think the accoutrements that's the key. I mean, you got to have a good base. So I would have some cotija cheese, cilantro, lime.
What if I just brought Jim Boy's tacos?
You win.
You're right. That's it.
Those are good.
You win.
Wow, these are great.
And then probably a couple of squirt bottles of different. I have a sour cream based sauce I like to do, and then an avocado base. So just squirt it in there. There's no loser. I don't want to have a contest. Okay. I don't want somebody to lose.
Friday fun and games.
Yeah, Friday fun and tacos.
Okay, we don't have to compete. Just a taco celebration.
Yeah, I think it's a celebration of tacos. Because Chris's thing sounds weird. No doubt about it. It does. But I'm also very open to that kind of stuff. Like sometimes you find, like I'll use like lunch meat roast beef, and you put that in some beef bouillon and just kind of slowly warm it up, and boom, you got a French dip that's killer. And and then you take the bouillon, there's your au jus that you dip it in.
Yeah,
it sounds weird, but it actually works really well. I'd be all for that. So honestly, I think if the injury does carry over, I don't think the Pacers can win this series necessarily with a healthy Tyrese Haliburton. But if he's unhealthy, unless you get some sort of there are sports stories in the past where the star goes out and, oh my God, here comes Benedict Mathurin, whoever, that just goes crazy and leads them to over the top. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I am going to say the Pacers are led by Tyrese Haliburton. He is the heart of that. As much as Pascal Siakam matters, and he does, and maybe their best player, I think they can better handle a Siakam issue than they could a Haliburton issue. The fact of the matter is this, Jason Ross. They were within 2 points in the fourth quarter in Oklahoma City, and Tyrese Haliburton had done nothing. So I understand they're down 3-2, but if I'm the Pacers, I'm probably there is some optimism there, but a lot of that just depends on can Haliburton recover.
Yeah, and look, this is part of it is we're back to that what number? The 110 number for the team. What's the other number? 20 points for Tyrese Haliburton. When he gets to that number, they usually win.
Yeah.
Yesterday, obviously, didn't even make a field goal attempt. It was also only took 6. Like, he wasn't kind of the offensive impact. It wasn't he was 0 for 14. It was just he didn't have the same kind of presence. And I think of any team that can handle his being injured, it's Indiana. They hit you with waves. But I think if you look at yesterday's game just in its own, the J. Will and SGA combo versus Siakam and Haliburton, which would be each team's best 2 points. I mean, that was such a landslide.
It was. Williams had such a great game.
Oh, my goodness. And to be able to have someone else get you 40 like that while SGA is getting 30 plus. I mean, it's amazing. Actually, the Pacers were that close.
Maybe the question is, can TJ McConnell and or Andrew Nembhard, if they filled it, if they moved them around, one of those took over. Look, you saw what McConnell did yesterday.
Right.
Is that a situation where there's just a lot of stuff, there's just a lot of stuff Haliburton does off the ball. There's a lot of stuff he does.
I think they could do it for a game. I think they could do that for game 6. Being at home, the desperate team have to win. Maybe the Thunder at some point also know they got a game to play with, that even though that's dangerous. There's just some mindset things there.
Okay.
But to do it twice, I don't know.
So you're Rick Carlisle. You're talking to the trainers.
Yes.
Your next, when is the next game? Thursday. And then what? Sunday? Okay. They say, look, we're pretty sure for a game 7, we can get Tyrese Haliburton to 100%. But if you play him Thursday, he's at best 50%. Do you go, okay, we're not winning this thing without, we got to win 2 straight. We're not without Tyrese Haliburton. I'm going to shelf him on Thursday. And I'm going to let McConnell or Nemmer or whoever, I'm going to take my chances knowing I'm in an elimination game? Or do you say, dude, I can't lose this series with Haliburton on the bench?
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. That's a really tough one.
It is.
Coach. I mean, I think obviously Tyrese, I think even had the quote, like, if I can walk
up.
Playing.
Yeah. And of course that's how he should think.
Yes.
But that you got to think about the team. That's not Tyrese Haliburton's job to decide if he's Tyrese Haliburton's job is to be honest.
Right.
And to and shoot around, show them what he needs to show them, and just be honest and let the staff ultimately make their recommendation. Then Carlisle's got a decision to make.
Yeah, and I think you weigh the things with the trainers, like you said, where the athletic trainer is telling you he can do more damage. And I know they're going into the offseason. I think you really have to think about that. You have to think about him. You have to think about the team. You have to believe you can win without anybody. I mean, that's what a coach's thought is. We're still scheme. Can we find the positives? TJ McConnell still pushes the ball like Tyrese.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to ask for more from your other guys. I don't know. That's a really tough decision.
Okay. Based on what you just said, then let me give you a different one. Carlisle sits him.
Mm-hmm.
They win.
Okay.
Talking to the trainers before Sunday, they say, look, he's at about 90%. It's as good as you're going to get him. He's going to need 4 to 6 weeks. You can play him, but I'm not going to lie to you. He's at risk, and if he does the wrong thing or goes the wrong way, you're looking at a shred. He may be out a year.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to him.
I am.
You are?
I am. But for the same thing, it's so weird. For the same thing you just said, I was going to say, I'm not going to do that to him. In other words, I'm going to sit him down and I'm going to say, Tyrese, here's Dr. Ross and Dr. Verlaud here. Tell them what you just told me and be like, look, I don't think you should play.
Right.
And if you don't play, I'm going to go out and I'm going to hit the press and I'm going to say, I've made the decision for Tyrese not to play. And you're absolutely within your rights to go out and say, you argued with me, you yelled and screamed. I'm going to take the bullet here because I don't want to put you in this spot. I do not think you should play, but ultimately I'm not going to force you to not play because I don't want you to hate me for the rest of your life when you're 48 minutes away from a championship. What do you want to do? And I think ultimately Halliburton would say, I'm playing, dude. I think every athlete would say that.
Yeah.
And as a coach, God, man.
And I think you just can't know for sure. Like, obviously, let's go back to Durant with the Warriors. Like, he was cleared.
Yes.
There was concern about that
The
Achilles.
weird thing, too, is he was getting killed by fans.
Durant was?
Yeah, if you remember that.
I
And
do
then he
remember
came
that.
back, and it's like, come on.
Well, we saw the same thing with Embiid. Was it the year before last or last? It was him. Was he faking this injury, all his load management or whatever? Then he went out and he played. And he completely thrashed his leg and was out for 6 months or something like that. That does happen. They do, and Tyrese Halliburton's reading things. It shouldn't matter, but it does. So it's so funny that you and I are on different ends of the spectrum, but for the same exact reason.
Right.
I now. If there was a chance where they say, actually, yeah, it's not just that it could actually alter his career. Okay, well, that's a different story. But if it's, he'll eventually be healthy. It might just take a year. I don't know. I mean, what do you tell a guy? Weirdly enough, we've seen it before. This might be the best chance Tyrese Halliburton has to win a championship in his entire career.
Very true.
You wouldn't think it, but we've seen it before.
Right.
Oh, they'll be back.
Yeah.
No, they won't. No, they might not. So, by the way, I want to remind everybody we got some prizes to give away. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to already do this, right?
Yeah.
Was this for the jersey? All right, look, we want you to listen all day, all week to us. We're going to give you winning code words. And by us, I mean the station. Once you have the code word, you need to text it in to 916-393-1140. No, is that not it? Sorry, I'm just reading it. I apologize. 916-339-1140 for your chance to win a signed Sacramento Kings DeMar DeRozan jersey. Hey. Get them while they're hot. You never know. This could be a collector's item, all right? Now, we will give out the code word. Oh, it's a bottom of the hour thing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it out now. I'm going to give it out away at the bottom of the hour. How's that? Then we'll make up for it.
That sounds good.
Okay, great. So we're going to give away the code word at the bottom of the hour, okay? Today's code word is jersey. Jersey. 916-339-1140. The code word is jersey, like new.
Sure.
Cow.
Practice.
Oh, yeah. I was at Jersey practice. Throwback. Well, throwback. Was it street statement? Jersey. You said shore.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm walking here.
That was that was not in the script. That line.
Oh yeah.
It was not in the script. What was it, Dustin Hoffman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was an ad lib. They kept it in. How about that? Why is this person calling? Hey, Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross, good morning.
That was a...
Now you got to turn down your radio. Nope. Yeah, turn it. Go ahead. Hello?
I'm guessing they misheard and thought they were supposed to call in.
They got a text, guys. All right. And then, by the way, at some point today, I'll say, when should we do this? In the 8 o'clock, guys? State Fair tickets?
Sure. Sounds good.
Be fair.
We got a family 4-pack of tickets to the California State Fair, July 11th through I'm going to be out of town for that. Son of
deep fried fair.
Everything. Yeah. Enjoy summer with your whole family at the 2025 California State Fair Cal Expo happening, which, by the way, is short for California Exposition. Did you know that, Jason?
Yeah.
Happening July 11th to the 27th this year. We'll be looking for a certain caller. Jason will pick the number, as always. And you can have the Folsom Lake Honda Hot Wine. Hey, 3 for madness. Question 3.
Question 3.
Okay. Regardless of what happens with Halliburton, is this series over?
I want to, in all playoffs, I've had fun saying this series is over. But that is confusing, by the way, when I say text to 916-339-1140. And I think people, because we've got like 2 people calling, like, isn't that what's happening, Chris? They're just calling. It's text. I miss 44-1140. Yeah.
The good old days.
Why did that go away?
I don't know.
You don't know? You weren't in charge then?
No, I don't know.
Bring back 44-1140. Let's start the here we 44-1140. Let's start the movement. Someone get an RV. It's not over. I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. This Pacers team is too crazy. I do not see the Indiana Pacers winning Game 6 and Game 7. I can see them win Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot see them beating the Thunder twice in a row to close this thing out. I would not bet on it. Vegas is heavy on the Thunder. But how many times this year, this postseason, how many times have the Pacers looked at all the doubters and the haters? By the way, not for nothing, but if we follow the arc of Tyrese Halliburton, he's going to be insane in Game 6. Every time he's going to read all this stuff. He's going to read everything. He's going to be fired up. Every time he gets slighted in some way, he's very good. This might be the only time I ever compared Tyrese Halliburton to Michael Jordan, but he has that mental ability like Jordan and Kobe had. He's really good at turning slights into motivation and executing that motivation. I think the fat lady's singing, but or warming up, but I don't think she's singing yet.
I think my takeaway so far from the series, I've been so impressed with the Pacers.
Yes.
I mean, I think the Thunder are in great position. I think more than likely they will win this thing, whether it's in 6 or if it's in 7. But the fact, like even yesterday in the loss, when it looked like the Pacers obviously didn't have the best version of Tyrese.
Yeah.
Got down by double figures early on, double figures again in the second half. I'm like, they're done. They're going to lose by about 22.
Yeah.
And they get it to 2, and they just kept coming back. So I don't have the sense of urgency to feel like it's over at all.
This game is over. OVA. Over.
Who is that?
It's from a Red Sox documentary.
Okay. Should have known that.
You should have known that. Chowda.
Hey, Aaron on the chat. Love you. Don't do it. He's saying that Verlage should isolate when I said he's on par with Jordan Kobe. I said about the one specific thing, and I had 12 disclaimers before it. Calm down.
Yeah. So it's okay.
we got a break here. I do think at some point, because we didn't get to this, who has a better chance of being back next year? I think that's actually an interesting question because the obvious answer is, of course, the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you got to keep into account the West versus the East. I think it makes it a little more even. And then also, we can always save this for if the Thunder win, but I keep forgetting they have Nikola Topic coming back next year. It was a lottery pick. Right. Like, dude, it just keeps getting better for these guys. They are so freaking set up. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Giants open versus the Cleveland Guardians today. And comments were made yesterday from Buster Posey, from the Red Sox brass. By the way, sorry if I missed it, have we had confirmation? Will Devers make his debut today? I assume he will.
I think he will, but I don't know.
Because a lot of it's physicals and stuff too. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with that next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Your Tuesday, spotlighting sunshine, a pleasant morning, and a warmer afternoon. Expect to have light winds out of the southwest today. Plenty of sunshine. Highs in the low to mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Great conditions, a fun layout, and unbeatable value. Timber Creek and Sierra Pines are Sacramento's #1 rated golf destination. With 27 holes, a spacious practice facility, and professional instruction, there's always a way to improve your game. Planning a tournament or corporate event, they offer customizable packages and award-winning catering to make your event effortless. Timber Creek is easy to find in Roseville, but hard to forget. Book your round today at timbercreekgc.com or call 916-774-3851.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sacktown Sports.
Chris Guerrero in the chat, who, you know, is Chris, is upset that they can't text in Jersey in the chat. Yeah, dude, pull your phone out and text it. I'm so sorry.
Hey, and since it's the bottom of the hour, why don't you do that right now?
Yeah,
now's the time.
Okay, fine. Sign DeMar DeRozan jersey. Do not call. If you call, I can't mess around, right? Because laws. I was going to say you're automatically disqualified, but I guess you're not.
Also, there's no real way we'd be able to enforce that.
I know, that was the joke. Don't call. Text jersey. Not hashtag jersey. Not gimme that jersey. In fact, let's see. It's always fun to watch people not follow directions. I don't know why people are texting Y, as in the letter. Jason, look. Y. Oh,
that's probably a response to
what? Like,
are you interested in blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Text Y.
All right. Well, then do it. Text jersey and only jersey. Not Jersey Jeff. Not give me that jersey in all caps. Okay. Jersey. I'm even going to spell it for you. Jersey. Jersey. Don't put it in the chat. You can. Won't happen. And you could win a signed DeMar DeRozan jersey. Listen all day, all week to Sacktown Sports 1140. Even Alan Stiles, who yelled at me yesterday. Oh, you did. You told me to get out of the studio. Yelled, get out of the studio. We'll talk about that across time.
Jersey Mike's.
Damn it. Yeah, that makes Mount Jersey more.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play Bases Loaded on original Nintendo, and the team I played, they had the best back-to-back hitters in the game. They only gave you last names. It was Jersey in 3 and Bay in the 4 spot. Jersey and Bay.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Payson Bay. I played for Jersey. Never mind.
Okay.
It was good. Did you like that story? It had a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then
fun.
It had a twist. It was like a Shyamalan ending.
Yeah,
like you thought it was going this way, and it wasn't. The Giants open against the Cleveland Guardians. The dare I say, Jason, the new look Giants.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a neat little energy, if you will, about a team after they make a big move like that. Oh, yeah. And right now, 24.50 gets you a tune-up. It's half off. 916-520-9990, American Energy. The Red Sox, all of them, or should I say, as it says in this article, top Boston officials, said the team traded Rafael Devers to the Giants because they could not find, quote, alignment with their star slugger, whose relationship with the organization degraded after he declined a request by the team to switch positions for the second time this season. That's funny. Baseball contracts are a lot different than radio contracts because we just signed ours, and two things. One, we could sign a 20-year deal, and if they fire us tomorrow, we get like 2 months severance, and that's it. Whereas in baseball, you're paid every penny. Right. Number two, this is the paragraph I always love. You notice this in our contract? It's like, employee agrees to do the perform tasks from 6 to 10 a.m. However, employer reserves a right to move employee wherever employer wishes to do the same. So in other words, they're like, if they said to us, actually, we want you to move to 2 to 6. We're gonna move Whitey and Kyle up to the mornings. We have. Okay, like we cannot pull a Rafael Devers.
Right.
We just got to go.
Right.
We need baseball agents.
I agree with that.
You know,
that would really help.
So you heard the thing about alignment, right? Well, there was a note in here. Here we go. One of the execs said, quote, "We have certain expectations that went with that contract. And when we came to the conclusion that we did not have full alignment, we moved on." So alignment. The two executives returned to the word alignment a total of 14 times. In a 40-minute press conference, Jason Ross. Obviously, they're spending quite a bit. I don't know. Maybe just don't move the guy's position. I don't know. I mean, when I understand that that's not how it should be, but you also gave the guy a 10-year, $10 billion contract. Like,
right.
what are you doing?
Yeah, you paid him like you were giving him the franchise in a sense, and then now you're asking him to do different things that what he signed up for.
Yeah.
And so I don't blame him entirely, but also, on their side, it's like, hey, look, we're trying to do what's best for a lot of people and for the team. And
yes.
So will you move positions?
And I get that we're all listening to that, and people listening to us right now that we're all working, whether it's our jobs, regular, whatever jobs that you're making, and Rafael Devers is making more than a year that any of us will make it. Probably everybody listening right now will make combined in a lifetime. But that is the game. That's like, sorry, we should all learn to hit a baseball, I guess. Like that's how the market works there. One thing though, I've noticed, and I get it. Boston fan is special in just the sense that
that's one way to put it.
Look, there are diehard, phenomenal fans of Boston sports fans. I'm talking about the good ones, not the ones that are troublesome in multiple ways. Not the ones that are bandwagon, not the ones I'm about to talk about. I'm talking about at their core. Like Boston's one of those sports towns.
Not Frank and Southie, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Frank and Southie can get right out of here. But it's a tradition. Look, it's like a lot of these big cities, like Boston sports, the Celtics, the Sox, the Bruins, the Colt. I get it. I totally get it. I have a lot of respect for the good ones. And I actually I follow Jared Carabas, who does a bunch of stuff baseball related. He's got about 500,000 followers on Twitter. He's been doing it for a while. He does good work. But the thing about Boston fans, many of them, is they have absolutely zero self-awareness. And they have, I think, maybe more entitlement. I can't believe I'm saying this, than any other fans in any other city, and I'm including Laker fans. Like the entitlement for Boston fans, like we're bigger, we're better, we've been here longer, and we deserve this. So he tweets this out yesterday. No team makes it harder to root for them than the Boston Celtics or the Boston Red Sox.
No team.
And I'm just like, I on my last trip back from Europe, sometimes I go through JFK in New York. Sometimes I go through Logan in Boston. Mm-hmm. I went through Logan this time. One of the things they do that
Watch out for Greg.
is incredibly cool is you get anybody who's been in Logan Airport, gone through security, up on the ceiling. They have all the banners from all the team championships. Like we have the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
They have the same type of banners that they hang in the arenas. They have going all the way, and I'm telling you, it's all that, whether it's a Bruin, a Red Sox, a Celtic, a Patriot, they're all, and Jason, I'm telling you, there's a ton of them as the whole way. And you walk into security, you're like, oh my God, they've had a lot of titles. Not to mention the fact that, and I'm not trying to owner stand here for John Henry, who certainly, I understand, does some frustrating things, but also he's arguably been the best owner the Red Sox have ever had. Mm-hmm. He has overseen the most success, certainly, they've had since like 1918. They broke a 80-something year streak under his watch and have won, 3-4 titles since then? They're perennially competitive. They have a good farm. And I'm wondering, I'm like, of course, I think Kings fans, right? Mariner fans, Marlin fans, Tampa Bay fans, Rocky fans, Athletic. Here, no team makes it harder to root for them than the Boston Red Sox. Really, I wonder how Athletics fans feel about that. Like, it is just such an asinine statement to make, but they say it with their full chest and truly believe it.
Yeah, because, they're going to pair up trading of Mookie Betts and now Devers. And these are all like, hey, look, these are generational players that we've had, and we're going to just trade them. Yeah, those are unfortunate moves.
Yeah, sure.
But to make that as the, the end all be all, making us the most difficult franchise to cheer for seems a bit look at us kind of thing.
They've traded Rafael Devers. They've traded Mookie Betts. We actually have it worse than the Athletics. We really, really do. By the way, not for nothing, the Boston Red Sox have won championships in 04, 07, 2013, 2018. They've been in the wild card 03, 04, 05, 08, 9, 21, won the East 7, 13, 16, 17. They are perennially a good team with multiple championships. Lately, recently, not long ago. Oh, and not for nothing, but they are 38 and 36. They've won 6 in a row. They've won 8 of 10. But but
it's impossible to root for them.
Oh, it's just how do we do that? We have to wipe our tears with the Boston Celtics banner from last year, or all those Patriot banners in the last 25 years, or the Bruins. It's just I respect the hardcore Boston. It's a cool little fan culture, not the problematic ones. I'm talking about the other ones.
Where are those?
But also they are some of the most entitled, they are, I think, the most entitled, insufferable fans in American sports. So
no, I would. Oh, in American sports, okay.
Yeah, in American. No,
what were you gonna say?
Huh?
No, he's gonna go across the pond.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Arsenal fans.
Liverpool fans on line 3, by the way.
Yeah, they're very close.
Scousers
Arsenal has taken the lead.
Scousers are a very interesting group. I've learned, dude. We'll take a break.
Not the Everton fans.
Talking specifically about, when we come back, look, Bobby Gerald's going to join us at 9 a.m. to talk draft. Let's get a head start on that just a little bit. Some Kings rumors, and what kind of summer will this be? We know what you did last summer. What will we do this summer? We'll talk about it next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Ooma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet? RV wins! Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach? RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Hot summer savings explode at latest Elk Grove Chevy. Save
State. $12,000 off MSRP after rebates. Every new 2025 Silverado half-ton LT and RST in stock. Maida Chevy has similar savings on every new Silverado. One of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $12,000 off new Silverado. Exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big. Huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Just rated 2011 or newer. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
We get it. Tariffs are tough. Power tools are getting expensive. But at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, we're solving that problem for 2 short days on June 20th and June 21st. We're putting all Milwaukee power tools on massive discounts. Tons of Milwaukee batteries and bare tools for less than $100. 25% off all regular price Milwaukee pack-out boxes and much, much more. So stop by Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet in Sacramento on June 20th and 21st for some of the lowest prices on tools you'll ever see this year. To see all of what's on sale, visit FastenersInc.net. Fasteners Inc. Better tools, better prices.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places that I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
With great deals coming this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th, greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Hear ye, hear ye! Make way for the baron of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the Lord of the Loaves, Prime Member Dave!
Yeah, hi?
Shop great deals this Prime Day, July 8th through the 11th.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Tickets and info at CITBFest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports fix. Live and vocal. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Carl in the YouTube chat. Before we went to break, I saw this, and I just wanted to see what would happen. Loyal listener Carl said, "What's the text line number, anyone?" Sauce Castillo in the chat said 1-800-KANGS. Russell said 1-877 Cars for Kids. I just put the text line in there because not one person said, hey, Carl, here you go.
Here you go, Carl.
Here
I'm
you
looking
go,
out for
Carl
you.
with a K. A lot of Carls, by the way, these days, huh? A bit
Malone?
Yeah, like he's old.
Lewis?
Junior?
Lyle?
Carl Lyle?
Carlisle.
Oh, God damn it.
Weathers?
George in.
Or George.
George. Oh, or George with a K as well. Marks. George. Oh. Marquise, Chris, Paul, George, Carl, Marks, brothers.
Johnson.
Brothers Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Who's? Johnson. Is Johnson?
Bill Bratz.
Dolls.
Bratz. I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it is good.
Marquise Chris Paul is a great start.
Yeah.
Marquise Chris. Jason Marquise, Chris Paul, George, Carl Marks, brothers.
Are you better going George Carl, or George Brett?
Oh, God. Probably George Brett.
Hart.
Hart. What's Hart? To Hart?
Harf.
Hart.
Michaels.
Brett. What? Michael Scott. Spezio. What? There's a really good one there.
Yeah.
I never thought of Jason I've always stopped on Marquise.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Is there somebody with a last name Jason? I don't think so. No. Jason Marquise, Chris Paul, George Brett. Saberhagen and Favre don't do it.
No.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Hey, Jason, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, let's get back to that. Get back to it.
Bobby Gerald's going to join us at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the state of the Kings draft. As of right now, they have a second round. As of right now, this is shaping up to be the most boring offseason in Sacramento Kings history.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, I hope. I really hope. Am I wrong for being preemptively pissed off if Devin Carter doesn't play in Summer League?
Oh, he should.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Unless the only caveat, and they better put out a damn statement if this is the case, he's being held out for like if he's 95% healed, but there's a chance he could aggravate. Okay.
But I mean,
he played.
More reps for him, more spots to the point guard. Like let him run the point and just see what that looks like.
Yes.
Go dominate if you can.
Yes. And I don't know, man. It sure does kind of feel like this is going to be a crazy offseason.
Collectively or for the Kings?
Yes. Yeah. I think so. I look, I don't think Scott Perry's going to force anything. I hope he doesn't, but you just hear these rumblings like, for example, the Kings have been working out a lot of guys that they have no business working out with a second round pick. There was it Sham? Somebody reported, I don't know who the hell did, but somebody that mattered enough for me to remember it reported that the Kings are making overtures that they're likely going to be in the first round, that they'll make a move to get in the first round. I don't know what that entails. I don't know what it just seems like. It feels like this is a calm before the storm for both the league and for the Kings right now.
Yeah, and I think the advantage of getting into the draft is you get to pick a player that you have contract control for the next couple of years. I think that's the reason, and you're adding young talent, all that kind of stuff. Second round's not the same, but I wonder how high they would have to get, what it would cost them to get in there. What player or players they're kind of targeting that say, hey, if we get 17th through 20th, we got a good shot at these two guys. I mean, I don't know who they're looking at or who they feel would be that kind of player that it's worth doing that as opposed to trying to trade for somebody.
Yes. Also, George Carl Landry, Fields or Shamet. I know. Isn't Field Yates somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
Landry, former King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. Now, I don't want them to force it, but also I keep going back to the whole Scott Perry turned over the entire Knicks roster in well under 3 seasons.
Right.
I don't know. We're going to learn very quickly if Scott Perry has complete and total freedom. When I say quickly, I mean there's going to be signs that he has complete. So far, we don't know. And honestly, the only move he's made, which has been to retain Doug Christie, and again, say this as fans of Doug Christie, but if you're trying to make a case that there's no interference from ownership, that's not the move you want to present.
Right.
That to somebody with a permanently raised eyebrow, that smells very much of something that was a prerequisite before he came in. It's going to take a while. I don't think ownership has been under the microscope this much in their entire tenure here. In fact, I don't know that an owner has been under the microscope in Sacramento as much as ownership is right now. And it's going to take a while because now we have a new thing where I think ownership did step away at the beginning of the McNair era and then step back at the end of the McNair era. Now we've got to, even if Scott Perry comes out and things are, and, we'll have to define at some point because there could be differing opinions as to what predicates an ownership free move versus an ownership interference move. I think the general consensus is if we're making win now moves, that's an ownership thing. If we're making future moves, that's a Scott Perry thing. I don't know that that's necessarily a fair characterization because I don't know how Scott Perry feels about that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that seems like that's just a jump to conclusion, but it could be true, though.
Could be true.
Right.
Could be both.
Yeah.
Yes, could be a jump to conclusions and could also be fair and correct. We'll take a break when we come back. Let's go back to the Oklahoma City, Indiana series at the top of the hour. Does this series end on Thursday? We got audio for you as well and some other NBA news before we get to Bobby Gerald at 9. We still have a signed DeMar DeRozan jersey code word to continue to give out for the next 2 hours. So stay tuned. We got you covered. Plus fair tickets coming up, a 4-pack. Don't go away on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whitey here for Napoleon Grills, reminding you that when buying a new grill, every detail matters. While supplies last, you'll receive a $149 gift with purchase on every new Napoleon Prestige stainless steel grill. The kit even includes a pizza lover starter kit and much more. And now up to $79 off Napoleon Rogue models. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last, with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts amazing quality. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Celebrate the baseball legacy of legendary Major League manager Dusty Baker on Friday, June 27th with the Sacramento River Cats. The first 2,500 fans will receive a bobblehead of Sacramento's own Dusty Baker. Enjoy an exciting baseball game and take home a piece of history with your very own Dusty bobblehead. It's a night packed with fun, baseball, and memories on Friday, June 27th, so don't wait. Grab your River Cats baseball tickets today before they're gone, only at rivercats.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for American Energy, and oh my goodness, I'm born and raised here. I know it gets hot, but my goodness, we're already seeing 100-degree days. Listen to me. You do not want your system to conk out in the middle of June or July or August with one of those big 100-degree stretches. You want to make sure you're good all summer long. And my friends at American Energy Heating and Air can do that with a $24.50 tune-up right now. That's half price. And if you need a new system, $3,500 off, up to $3,500 off in rebates for qualified systems. They've been around since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. Call them right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our Giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Giant Summer Sale and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our number one priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
I just picked it up on the camera, dude. I have this habit I need to get rid of. My dad does this too. When I think, sometimes my mouth is, I'm like my mouth open when I think.
Your mouth just moves when you're thinking about something.
I see what he did there.
I don't.
Yeah, like I'll just catch myself like I'm reading something and my mouth's just like agape. Like, close your mouth, idiot. My mom used to do that. She's come around like my mouth is open. She put her hand under my chin and just close it. Anyway,
classic mom move.
Classic mom move. Hey, JR, good morning. Hey, wait. Okay, we don't have to do this now, but that's a really good one. Mount Rushmore of classic mom moves. I'm going to start. Lick the finger and then wipe the thing off your forehead or wherever it is. Like that is a classic mom move. Good morning, JR.
Or slap you from the back of the head.
True.
I mean, yeah.
When you're just when you don't even know, mom gives you a little slap in the back of the head.
Go straight to violence. That's fine. Jeez.
Well, my mom's Italian. She usually with a freaking shoe from a mile away.
I was a wooden spoon guy. My mom would go grab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My mom grabbed the wooden spoon, dude.
My wife does that to my boys, and then it breaks, and then they laugh at her.
That's exactly what it was. I used to learn how to. I'd learn how to position my forearm, and the amount of wooden spoons she would snap, man. Then she switched to a spatula, and I was screwed. Yeah, I was screwed. Anyways, enough about.
Keep that mouth open, though. You know.
Yeah.
Throw some popcorn in there. You gotta. I know how you brownie or popcorn, toss it in that trap you got.
You know what she would do sometimes that would really mess with me? So usually she'd just push my chin, but sometimes she'd just walk by and she'd put her finger in my mouth. It's true. I know. It's true. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, close your mouth. I mean, it worked. Oh, obviously it didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Jim.
I like her more than you already, Dave.
You should.
All
She's
right.
a champ.
Hey, did we ever have a thing at Robinson Crusoe? Did the Kings ever have a chance to get Caruso on our team?
Alex Caruso, you're saying did they ever have a chance?
Yeah, did the Kings have? So obviously he was he with the Lakers when they won the bubble year?
I think so, yeah.
He's such a freaking hustler. God, I don't want to like him, and I love him because he's just freaking everywhere, gets rebounds, makes plays, even off ball stuff. He's so important to that freaking OKC's offense.
You know, it's funny. I just saw a thing online, and it said, who are the players in the NBA that have absolutely no haters? And the one they listed was Alex Caruso. I'm sure there's others, but very rare.
Keegan.
Does anybody hate Keegan Murray?
Really, you shouldn't.
But Alex Caruso.
I hate how he's always smiling and laughing and goofing around with Keegan, but
he kind of looks like Costa Koufis' little brother sometimes. I think it's it's like the baby pigeon look that Costa had that my kids attached to him, like with the headband. He does kind of look like a baby pigeon. They call him Super Baby Pigeon. Yeah.
Super hustler, though. I wish I do. I was like, did we ever have a chance to get him? Because he definitely makes a huge difference. Shout out to WCC with Chet Williams doing so well. Gonzaga boy, Santa Clara guy. That was pretty sweet. And Jay Ross.
Yeah.
I got some unemployment jokes.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear them.
Oh, God.
They don't seem to be working. Hey-oh, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
A lot better than his green joke last
Yeah.
Was it?
Well,
we all
the
laughed.
thing is I ended up that sometimes I ended up telling that joke like 12 times over the weekend to people. It's a good joke. It's just not
it's not for the family.
It's not for the family.
Yeah.
I did not tell that one to my family.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Just to people that would listen.
Yeah, exactly. Just
At Louis C.K., you were the warm up.
I was.
I'm here for one joke and one
joke only. Hey, what's great? Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, there was a game yesterday, Jason Ross. Did you know that?
I did.
There was a game. And a lot of said game was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Up top to Nemhart, pump fake, Dort, drives left in the lane. Throws it away. Shea the steal. Torwald Holmgren driving left, down the lane to the rim, lays it up left-handed, lays it home. And he's hacked in the yak by Neesmith. Oh, the Thunder spurt back to go up 10, 107-97. A spectacular third by Shea.
But it was a Jalen Williams show. What best game of the playoffs probably for Jalen Williams. He was tremendous.
Shea blasting inside away from Nemhart. Shuttle feeds Dort. Right wing Dove wide open. Strokes a three. In there. Cha-ching Thunder money ball. Jalen Williams 33 and counting. Thunder making shots. 98-93. 8 minutes to play.
How about that? Cha-ching Thunder money ball. What do you need? Sorry, Jason and I were doing something. Here's Lou Dort. He plays defense.
Dort screens high right. Shea behind him. Draws a double. Feeds Dort. Wide open. Strokes a straightaway three-pointer that's online. Nothing but net. Cha-ching Thunder money ball.
Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball.
Yes.
I'm kind of a little disappointed it's not Cha-chinga.
Cha-chinga?
That's what I thought it was at first.
Cha-chinga.
I thought it was Cha-chinga, Thunder money ball. Like Cha-chinga, period. Yeah. Thunder money ball. No.
Cha-ching.
Period.
Thunder money ball.
Thunder or comma. Yeah. Cha-ching, colon.
Semi.
Here's the final call.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 win away from their first ever NBA championship. For the first time in the finals, they lead the Pacers 3 victories to 2, a resounding Game 5 home court win, 120-109, as the Thunder have 2 shots to get 1 win to hoist their first ever NBA title.
2 shots, 1 win.
Yeah.
They're ready.
Yeah.
40 points for Jalen Williams. Not the Jalen Williams, but Jalen Williams.
Oh, Jalen Williams?
Yeah, Jalen Williams. 31 for SGA. Siakam had 28 in the loss, but the story here was Tyrese Halliburton with just 4 points in 34 minutes. And he's got to figure out what to do with this injury.
I mean, it's NBA Finals. It's the finals, man. I've worked my whole life to be here, and I want to be out there to compete, help my teammates any way I can. I was not great tonight by any means, but, it's not really a thought of mine to not play here. If I can, walk, then I want to play. So, they understand that, and, is what it is. And, got to be ready to go for Game 6.
What game was it? Maybe it was Game 7 that Gordon was ruled out. And then there was like late word that he may try to play, and then Aaron Gordon played.
Yes. I think it was Game 7.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
And was okay.
Yeah.
his presence was felt. It was heroic. And then ultimately
they
got off to a good start, and then they lost. But again, I guess if we're talking about that part, you really have to rely on the athletic trainers and just say, what are we dealing with here? Because Halliburton's going to say I'm in.
100%.
Yeah.
His leg could be falling off. It could be holding on by a tendon, and he's going to play.
And, I think that's I think as an athlete, you would get, not that you should worry about what people will say about you because they're always going to say something about you. But I think you're going to get killed less for playing and underperforming than not playing at all. Like assuming Tyrese plays like yesterday, he wasn't very good. And, people are being critical of him, but I think it would be worse if he says, yeah, I don't think I should play. Even though I know the organization will come out and say, this is a decision the trainers and the coach made to protect him.
Yeah, but if Tyrese Halliburton said we've talked and made the decision to not play, I think that would be the worst of all, publicly. He would get killed. He would get absolutely destroyed if the public thought he had any part in pulling himself out of an elimination game. I unfairly. Yeah. But I think that would be top. I think that would be top of the list.
And would it also just, look, these guys all have egos too. What if they won the game?
Right.
So he's getting killed for it. The fans are happy because they won, but then it's like, yeah, how valuable is he?
They won without him.
Right.
Should TJ McConnell be a full-time starter? But
is he a superstar? I was a superstar,
right.
Kind of thing.
And you're right about fans killing him for underperforming, even if he's injured. But it's like, Jesus, what? He's injured and he played 34 minutes. You saw it with the game yesterday.
Yeah, but I think if you play, you're critiqued.
Yeah,
it's
you are
right or wrong, and he's not going to say it's an excuse. He might be really hurt. Maybe it's not bothering him as much. I don't know. He's the only one that would know that. But once you're out there and you get that kind of minute run, I think there was something yesterday. There was a graphic that I saw somewhere that said all NBA players that didn't score in a final game or that had a scoreless, an overnight. And the only name I recognized was Magic Johnson. But then they said in defense of him, I guess he played 5 minutes. I don't know if he was hurt or was ejected or I think he got hurt. I think it was hurt his hamstring against the Pistons way back in the late 80s. So he's 0 for 2 in 5 minutes.
I just instinctively have a hard time getting on a player. We're so mean.
True.
Like getting on a player for playing hurt and playing either poorly or not up to his potential when he's hurt. It's like, okay.
But it's also like we know it, right?
We know what?
That he is.
Or at least, right.
But doesn't know a lot of people, who's not banged up right now, right? Isn't that kind of a common thing?
Yeah,
so then we're giving.
There's injured and there's hurt, though.
Yeah.
There is a difference. Banged up is one thing. Like disabled due to an injury that is debilitating.
Right.
How much of that blame? I don't look to blame the player. If you're going to blame anybody, and by the way, it's not, nobody should be blamed, but you blame the coach. Coach is dictating the minutes. Well, it was the player. How do you hate on a guy who's injured but wants to go out there, give it all for his team? He wants to be on the floor. He's in pain. He's playing through pain. He knows he doesn't have it. He's trying to find other ways to contribute. I don't know. I want those guys on my team.
I do too. I think yesterday specifically, look, this is now certainly second guessing, but I think the Pacers, as the game went on, would have been better off not playing yesterday specifically. Now, I don't know that they beat the Thunder anyway, but they made their run, their comeback. More so with McConnell on the floor. They brought back Tyrese into the game, which I get why they did, because he's been like one of the greatest late game heroic guys that we've seen ever. This postseason is an incredible run, but he wasn't having the impact. And then they started from a 2-point game to 12-13 pretty quickly.
It seems like the two most difficult decisions coaches make on a consistent basis are A, do you foul up 3? And B, starters are not doing it, or starter, whatever, some sort of combination. You bring in bench guys, they're on fire, they get the team back in the game. And then do you bring the starters in who are obviously starters for a reason, or do you leave the guys that got you back in the game in there to continue the run and just let your starters sit on the bench? And I understand both arguments. I get it. Hey, Tyrese Halliburton's on the bench. Bring him back in. On the other end, it's like, dude, he's not right. And McConnell's got it going.
Yeah.
Just like Mathurin had it going. That's the beauty of the Pacers. It's not Siakam and Halliburton and everybody else, although it is. It's Oh, here's Benedict Mathurin. Oh, here's Neesmith having a great. Oh my God, that Obi Toppin. Like, you're getting contributions from different people throughout this entire playoffs. I think that's what makes them special. Here's what Rick Carlisle said about the injury.
He's not 100%. It's pretty clear. But I don't think he's going to miss the next game. And, we were concerned at halftime, and he insisted on playing. And I thought he made a lot of really good things happen in the second half, but he's not 100%, and there's a lot of guys in this series that aren't.
So they're going with the banged up thing.
Yeah.
But also we know in sports, Tyrese Halliburton's hamstring could be literally tucked into his shoe, and they're going to put a compression sock on it and say, well, everybody's banged up right now. It is what it is, and blah, blah, good Lord willing, hold the ball, do all that stuff. What did 50 Cent do when he got hungry?
What?
58. It's from the chat line. Actually, I'm okay with dad jokes in the chat line. I will happily steal them. Chat line trying to make a run on the text line at 916-339-1140. From the 209, the biggest term I hear is soft. Iconic players don't pull up lame in the finals. They just don't. And if they do, they still perform at a high level.
Yeah, you can't win.
You can't win. Yeah. Like, really? I understand we have Jordan in the flu game. I get it. Sometimes injuries are injuries, man. If he's so good, why did he get injured? What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What, Chris?
I threw something away.
Oh.
How did we? Oh, outside. It was loud. You threw something away that loud that it made it through the sound.
It was a Pringles can.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, Tyrese probably can't win unless he literally wins, right? Plays well enough. Because if he decides to sit out and they win, that's a little bit of a reflection on him. He won't get credit for, hey, I made the team made the decision because we thought it was best that I didn't play. He's not going to get that kind of credit. They're in a tough spot. One, they're literally trailing the team that's favored, that seemingly is better than them, though not as much as a lot of people thought. One of your most important players is banged up and is coming off a pretty rough game.
Yeah. We're just so mean, dude. We really are. Like, it's in sports more than anything. Like, what was it? Not just to play. Like, here's a guy I'm not big on defending, but like, see the whole blow up about Stephen A. Smith playing solitaire at the finals? Did you see any of that?
No.
Oh, somebody caught a picture of him. He was sitting during the game. I think it was during a timeout, actually, when they took it. It didn't look like, I didn't think they were playing.
Yeah, they were playing.
Were they playing? I thought they were off
There
the
was a
floor.
video of it.
Okay. And he's got solitaire open on his phone, right? And man, there were people that are like, he should be fired. Like, you're there to watch the games and analyze and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, look, I can think of like 9 billion things to criticize Stephen A. Smith. He said yesterday that Giannis Antetokounmpo was an underachiever, and Jay Williams put him in a body bag, which was great. His walks into the arena where it looks like he's a player, it's like, bro, come on, man. Or anytime somebody in the league criticizes him, he's like, oh, that's happened before and that didn't go well for them. You like, shut up, dude. I respect everything Stephen A's done with his career. God bless him. But like, dude, but playing solitaire, I understand it's not the greatest look.
Right.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's tape.
The thing though was him going on Twitter and just like, I was playing during a timeout and they're showing video of the players playing. So
you're 100%.
Just leave it alone.
Or own it. Not everybody.
Don't miss any big breakdown of the game.
Right. Like, but also you don't have to compound it. Don't John Halliburton the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just but with
he was just saying yay,
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 yay.
yay.
Oh, maybe he's saying, "Hey, Tyrese, should you play?" And he's like, "Play."
Maybe that's what it was.
Play.
See, is everybody saying this sounds like Sam Amick?
He's not 100%. It's pretty clear. But I don't think he's going to miss the next game. And, we were concerned at halftime, and he insisted on playing. And I thought he made a lot of really good things happen in the second half, but he's not 100%, and there's a lot of guys in this series that aren't.
I don't get that at
I
all.
don't hear it.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
See, exactly. Now, as far as the Halliburton thing goes, it's just, you're right, Jason. You said it the best. You can't win unless you win.
Right.
And there, in the NBA world, is there? It's the thing I hate about the NBA the most, which is probably my favorite sport. But like the amount of drama, the amount of unnecessary drama, and the amount of just toxicity and hatred. Not that the NFL doesn't have it; they do, and baseball to have it, but no, not people don't care. And not gonna lie, it's kind of seeped into the WNBA with this whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing. But like, dude, the amount of it's like, bro, Tyrese Halliburton is way ahead of schedule. The Pacers aren't here without him. He obviously cares and wants to be out there. He's out there playing her. He's like, nah, he shouldn't have shot all those shots, or he didn't shoot. It's like, he's hurt. It sucks. What do you have? Well, if he was that great, he wouldn't be hurt. What? I don't know. Meanwhile, like whoever's saying that is just munching Cheetos out of a bag and tweeting on their phone.
Yeah. So, I mean,
not that I know anything about that, but
do you have to have the injury where nobody doubts you? Like Tatum tore his Achilles.
Like, yeah, like you have to like break your leg. Yeah.
Hey, why isn't Tatum playing? Like he's out. He is out. So that's why I say, like, if you suit up and you go out there, you're gonna get critiqued, right or wrong. You're gonna get critiqued. So Tyrese has to know that. I think he's willing to deal with that. But it's also more of, I think, back to his feelings. It's what you said earlier. Like, this may be the only time Tyrese Halliburton's in the finals. He may be there 10 times. I don't know. But he's not taking that for granted. Like, this may be it.
Are there really people out there that like doubt he's injured? Is that a thing?
Well, what are they saying about his performance? Like, they're killing him for his performance.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing. Is the performance because of the injury, or was he injured a little bit in game 4? He had a better game 4.
Yeah, maybe he compounded it. Whatever happened to like? I mean, I know I sound incredibly naive here, but whatever happened to like giving people the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah,
I know. Especially when they have like a track. Like, look, I understand if like Dennis Rodman was like, I wasn't in Vegas that night. I was just sleeping in my house, and like, okay, come on, Dennis, like you've done this a billion times. We're not going to believe you. But like, what has Halliburton done in the past? And I would say that about any of the, whoever. Like, what is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's a foul merchant. Yeah. Alex Caruso fouls every play, and the Thunder plays hardcore defense. Benedict Mathurin disappears all the time. Tyrese Halliburton's not is a wimp. Like,
well, no, okay. So now let me do this back to your Rick Carlisle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have that honest conversation with Tyrese, I mean, you got to be as honest as possible with each other. And if he tells you, I wasn't as good last night because of my calf.
Yeah. What decision do I make?
Now it's game 6 and you're going, my player told me the reason he felt he struggled was because of the calf.
I guess
you're trying to win this finals.
I think it goes back to the medical team, because if the medical team says, yeah, he's as hurt as he was, like there's no real change now hurt he was in game 5. Okay, I got a real big decision to make. But if he's improved enough, then I might. It all comes down to that now. I look.
I wouldn't be afraid to read it too. Like say, okay, he's given clearance. We don't think he'll get hurt more. I know he wants to play. I'm going to start you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going with this, but you're going to have a much shorter leash. And if we start to lose, or if I don't see you having the impact, look, we got to try to get to game 7. And I want to do it with you as an impactful player. But if not, I'm going to TJ quickly.
Tijuana?
Yes.
Tyrese Halliburton had 4 points in game 3 against Cleveland. He had 8 in game 6 against New York. He had 4 last night against Oklahoma City on 0 of 6. Like, he is prone, but this is also an existing injury. Like we knew he was banged up from before, that he may have aggregated. I don't know. I'm looking at the text line right now at 916-339-1140. It says, take more than 6 shots and you won't be as criticized. I don't understand how someone thinks that.
And what if he was 0 for 10?
That's right.
What
What if he was 0 for 12? What if he's 1 for 11? What if he's 1 for 12?
Yeah.
You know for an absolute fact, if Tyrese Halliburton was 0 for 12, 1 for 12, 2 for 15, you're clearly hurt, dude. You shot them out of the game. Maybe be less selfish. And if they're not falling, do your job as a point guard and distribute and find other ways to get involved. That's what everyone's saying. If you shoot more than 6 times, you won't be criticized. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so we got everyone involved. By how many assists did he have last night?
What do you have? 6? 7 boards, 6 assists. You know, he got all 4 of his points from the line. Just like you're the number one Tyrese Halliburton hater. Where do you come down on this?
I don't really care. Yeah. He deserves it.
Yay.
Anyways, I don't know. It's less about Halliburton, more about just the toxicity. We'll take a break. When we return, Sac State was looking for a recommendation yesterday involving the FBS. Jason Ross exclusively knows what was said specifically.
In the meeting.
You were in the meeting. You actually, at one point, were called upon to argue the case for Sac State, and we'll find out how you did coming up right after this.
Visit SacktownSports.com and join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, tell me what's happening for the Employee Pricing Plus sales events.
Anyone can get you employee pricing, but at Hoblet, it's all about the plus. You can only get here. Save up to $16,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 crew cabs. One of the many reasons we are the #1 Ram truck dealer in California.
But why do you think Hoblet's consistently California's #1 Ram truck dealer?
You won't find a better price on the Ram truck you need. And with 500 new Rams available, no one has a better selection. Plus, being a 5th-generation family-owned dealer, you get the big city selection and savings with the small-town service, and we have 7 Walter P. Chrysler Service Awards to prove it.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
16,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie after 6,000 factory rebates and 10,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,500 select inventory bonus cash, 500 on-the-job upfit, must show eligible upfit. Employee pricing factored into dealer discount. 5% savings. Sample VIN 711632. See dealer for details.
On Friday, June 27th, the Sacramento River Cats are celebrating baseball legend and Sacramento's own Dusty Baker. The first 2,500 fans on June 27th receive a free Dusty Baker bobblehead. Get your tickets now at rivercats.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with the special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Tickets and info at CITPFest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Around here, the summer can smack you silly, especially if your AC is not functioning at a high level. Whitey Gleason here. I had the opposite problem over the winter. System went down. It was panic time, but Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating saved the day. Let them save you from unnecessary summer misery. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, reliable, trustworthy. They do great work. They've won awards for their service. Check the reviews at leesair.com. Find out about their $99 HVAC tune-up service. Save your summer now. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating on the web at leesair.com. License number 635355.
Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. Try the TrackMan experience, the very best technology to fit your metal woods and irons. The new cutting-edge putter fitting studio with its $30,000 worth of technology is ready for your fitting. Hagen Oaks will help you find the best putter for your game. Hagen Oaks offers more technology, more choices, and more service. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531, 808-2531 for more.
Summer savings explode at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy. Save $12,000 off MSRP after rebates. Every new 2025 Silverado half-ton LT and RST in stock exclusively at MaidaChevy.com. Now that's big, huge. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
A big international thing going on right now. So Sacktown Sports posted a clip of our conversation where we said, it could be a really big summer. That's the rumblings, at least around the NBA and perhaps here. Kings Spain on Twitter, Kings fans in Spain, basically posted it, and then some guy named Andy underneath. I got to translate these. Say, I understand they got to talk and fill the time on the show, but it's all smoke and mirrors. They have no reliable information about anything. It's like we're talking in a bar, like two friends sharing a meal, not Fregoso, like a food. Yeah, and then wouldn't that? Oh, okay, for a second I thought I got it now. And then King Spain says, you're quite wrong. I always try to cite reliable sources in the NBA or those well-connected to the Kings. Dave and Jason are one of the most knowledgeable journalists in Sacramento, 100%. They're just going back and forth now. And King Spain's really got our back.
Thank you, King Spain.
Shout out King Spain.
Yeah.
Also, shout out for being a Kings fan in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shouldn't you be like enjoying the beach and Real Madrid and tapas and all the great things about Spain?
España.
Is that, you did the TH there for a read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't the other thing there? Hold on. I'm channeling Spanish class here. Isn't it like our Spanish over here is nosotros, and over there they say vosotros? There's something there with Spain, and I don't know. Come on, man. You want to have?
I just know the list.
You want to have a taco off?
That tacos are from Mexico.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wait, is that really?
Yes.
No, I know it sounds stupid, but honestly, is that the Spain had nothing to do with a taco?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Hey,
have you ever had a taco in a Spanish restaurant?
I don't know if I've ever been to a Spanish restaurant.
Do yourself a favor.
Hey, there's a real good one downtown, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
You were telling me about earlier. Somebody said it was Michelin.
Oh, no, that's Mexican.
Oh, okay. I don't know about Michelin star places.
They just serve tires.
Who's the guy that used to be on Around the Horn, Blackenstone?
Kevin
Blackenstone. Favorite place in Sacramento is My Well.
Is it?
Yes.
Now, I don't want to bring them into the equation because they're probably amazing. I'm just saying, like, I don't think I've been to a Michelin. Oh, I did go to one Michelin star in Vegas once. It was fun. It was, what's it called? Michael Myers? No, it was
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Mina or Mina, M-I-N-A. Anyways, it was a steak. It was fun. But what there's a weird thing with these places where, like, either you're getting the plate that has like the 3 slices of meat and then like these little drops of sauce and then like a couple of leaves, and it's like $89. Mm-hmm. And it looks great and it tastes great, but it's like,
you're like, I want to eat.
Yeah. Okay, so number one, it's either that or more. Usually more, it's like I open up the menu. Of course, it's expensive, right? But you look at the menu, and by look at the menu and open up the menu, I mean I'm on Google looking at their menus online and not actually at the restaurant. And it's like braised ox cheek with anchovy crudo and a or liver pate on stuffed pigeon.
Gross.
Right. Like
that sounds like an English place.
They're all no. You go to all these places. There's always some weird cut of meat, broiled pig snouts with trotter gravy and mashed potato fingerlings on top of a parsley. Bro, how about a Michelin star restaurant? Okay, that serves like. Here's what I want to see. It probably exists. I want to see a Michelin star restaurant that does nothing but upgrade. Like, for example, like I want a double animal style at a Michelin star restaurant, but I want it like Wagyu beef with like Point Reyes blue cheese, and you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Golden potatoes and beef tallow with that's fine. Sandwich of peanut butter with pork jelly. You know, like, oh, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it's the best one I've ever had in my life. I don't want to eat any organs.
Right.
None.
Hold the organs.
Any of them.
So you don't want me to do a taco off with you?
What would the organs be? Oh God, no! But listen, let me talk to your Mexican friends here, like at the taqueria, where they have lengua and what's the soup with the intestines in it?
Menudo.
Yeah, nope. Sorry, no, I don't care. Not doing it.
It's good.
Might be. Not doing it, dude. Not eating organ of any kind.
Yeah. Hold the organ.
Yeah, give me the food, hold the organ, please. Right. I mean, if it's like a broth. The thing is, half of them I wouldn't even notice if it wasn't for Chris losing it. The thing, like, if it's a broth that's like had different pieces of things in it and then they strain, I can't do anything about that. It might be flavorful. I don't need to eat cow lung.
Right.
Or what's the all-time worst one? Sweetbreads. You ever had a sweetbread?
Nope.
Would you try it, Jason?
I don't think so.
Wow.
Sounds dangerous.
Doesn't sweetbread sound... Actually, I disagree.
No, because I know it's up to some... I can't remember what it is.
But just on the surface,
yeah.
Doesn't sweetbread sound wonderful? Like, oh, it's maybe a nice loaf of something with you know, you put a little butter on it, some jam. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's the thymus or pancreas, typically from a calf or a lamb. It's like throat organs, dude. Hey, would you like some sweetbread? Yeah, sounds great. What is it? Oh, it's throat. No, I'll pass on it. Well, no, it's calf throat. Yeah. Oh, so it's baby cow. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's a horse of a different color. No, it's a cow. Okay.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm good on all that. So, memo to chefs out there: just stop with the organs, dude. And also it's a little stuck up too.
Right.
Like we get it. Bro.
Yeah.
We
trying too hard.
Jersey, JERSEY is the code word. Text it. Do not call. Text it to 916-339-1140. Text Jersey to 916-339-1140 and you could win a signed DeMar DeRozan jersey. Well, organs have all the flavor, Dave. Well, you can keep that flavor. I've tried liver before, dude. My dad loves chicken livers on the barbecue. Loves them. Puts them on the skewer, marinades them a little bit, throws them on. Oh, my God, it's great. It's the best. It's me. Come on, David. You got to try one. I tried one probably 5 times in my life as I get old enough to forget how foul it was, and then I'd try it again.
I mean, it is a chicken liver.
It's foul, dude. It is foul.
Yeah, it's a bird.
I don't care what it is, dude. It's foul. It tastes foul. The consistency is foul. I get it. FOWL. Just caught that. It's disgusting. Have you ever tried chicken liver?
No.
Don't.
I don't think so.
You know how there's the thing? No, you would. No.
Yeah, I would
you
know.
would absolutely.
No.
You would. I have. It is the consistency of, I don't even know, dude. By the way, probably don't want to eat an organ that's job is to filter out impurities. Yeah, just in itself doesn't sound great, right? And then we'll move on. I'm dead serious about this, honest to God, because I haven't tried one of them. Okay, if I was starving, right, and I went into a restaurant, there were two and only two things on the menu. All right, and number one was chicken liver or beef liver, any liver, just liver. Okay, and the other one was cow anus. I would not hesitate to pick cow anus.
You've had that before?
No, but I'm saying it can't be as bad as liver.
But you won't have many of them.
No, that too. No intestine, no tendon, no liver, no heart. I got fooled once. I went to my buddy's house and they ate something. They called it. He lived in Texas. And they called it monkey toast. I was like, oh, well, that sounds cool. Served its toast and it looked like little ground beef on it.
Do you like cook up monkey bread?
No, you think, right? Little yellow gravy on there, kind of brownish. It actually smelled really good. I started eating it. What? That's a weird meat. What is? And finally I said, oh, that's interesting. What's the meat in here? Oh, it's chicken. Oh, is it though? What? But what? Oh, it's heart and kidneys.
Oh,
it's heart and kidneys. Why? Are you on Survivor?
Yeah, you don't have to do.
You don't have. There's other things at the store.
Yeah.
Look. If you're poor, if that's all you have, if I respect the hell out of that, God bless you. If I'm not being judgy in that aspect. I'm saying if there's choices,
yeah,
and you're like, well, I could go with the hamburger, but I'm really feeling the liver and kidneys. I want the organs. Then
go for the nuggets.
I'll bet you they'll have nuggets at the California State Fair, Jason Ross. You can enjoy summer with the whole family at the 2025 California State Fair at Cal Expo, happening July 11th to the 27th of this very year. We're looking right now for caller number
3.
3. So hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now to win a 4-pack O tickets to the California State Fair from the 916 as we go to break. Hey, there's a lot of different Michelin star spots that aren't what you're speaking about, specifically a noodle stall in Singapore. I'm there. I'll go next time I'm in Singapore, bro. You have karaoke in Singapore?
Yes.
It's not Speakapore. It's Singapore. Also, it's not Sing It Good. When we come back, I hate you guys. We'll talk about Sac State. The FBS recommendation hearing. Also, who's hot, who's not. We'll go streaking all right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, the latest class of the A's Hall of Fame will be inducted before the A's play the Reds on September 13th. And what a group, including longtime A's broadcaster Monty Moore and the big three, Hudson, Mulder, and Zito. And when those guys pitch together in the A's rotation over a 5-year span, their combined records 234 and 119.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. It's how retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And it's how healthcare offices become data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business.
Trey Songz, live. All the hits, all in one night. Trey Songz. Friday, June 20th, the venue at Thunder Valley. With special guest, Jeremiah. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com and see the show. Trey Songz, Friday, June 20th, the venue at Thunder Valley.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line.
That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers. T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Get a $15 prepaid MasterCard after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
I had the chance to interview former professional golfer and broadcaster Gary McCord a few years back. He hadn't yet enraged the Green Jackets with his television comments about their revered Georgia golf course. He was welcoming and above all humorous, which is why I recently picked up a copy of his book, Golf for Dummies by Gary McCord, a man possessed by golf's magical allure. This 5th edition will help new golfers learn the basics of the game and bring them, as he writes, from the darkness to the light. The book discusses types of clubs, types of courses, how to hit the ball, and how to keep score. The intent is to help you get the ball to the hole in fewer tries and with better form. You'll even find some basic exercises to get you into golf shape. It's a fun read and will help you get over some of the game's intimidation while getting you ready to visit the golf course on your own or with some friends. I always recommend a good PGA professional to guide you along the way, but Golf for Dummies is a fun way to approach a fun game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Giant Summer Sale and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
You know, anytime I have this conversation, people always bring up the hot dog. That's the one thing they've got is the hot dog. And I don't really, I said this on the chat, I don't really have a good response for that. I tip my cap to that. Like, yes, I'm not into eating organs and all that. Hey, by the way, if you are, God bless you. But then they bring in the hot dog. Mm-hmm. I get it. I don't know what to say other than I've had liver and I've had kidney and I've had heart and I've had hot dog. Hot dog does not taste like those things. Are they masking things? Sure. I don't have a good response for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to load up heart and put it on a hot dog bun. Just don't like it.
Yeah. I got you.
That's all I'm saying, man. Who's hot?
Sounds like you're trying to yuck someone's yum.
I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum. I'm talking about my yum.
Literally.
My yum.
Well, this is interesting from last night's game. The Oklahoma City Thunder duo of SGA and Jalen Williams, they're hot. In game 4, Jalen Williams went 11 of 11 from the free throw line, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he went 10 for 10.
Al Merchants.
They became the first teammate duo to each make 10 or more free throws without a miss in an NBA Finals game.
Good for them.
I saw somebody just reminded me of this too. Speaking of who's hot, and I don't have I guess there's some sort of betting site that has something similar to what we do, streaking.
Mm-hmm.
And and you get like $2 million or $3 million if you can break DiMaggio's 56-game streak. There's a guy up to 50 apparently.
Wow.
And I believe with that you can use the same player.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just saw it.
That would be wild to have 50 different players.
I think I saw yesterday. Did Jacob Wilson get a hit yesterday? I think he did.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He picked Jacob Wilson yesterday, so he's at 51. Imagine that.
I think he got a hit. I know he did, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
You weren't there, Jason?
I was not there.
You were there with me.
Yeah, you're right. In the races.
Also, chicken nuggets. That's fine too. Hot dogs and chicken nuggets are fine. Those are exceptions.
Glad our talk helped.
Oh no, Jacob Wilson did not get a hit.
He didn't? No way.
Yeah, because I remember there was a ball that he hit down the right field line that wasn't caught, but they threw out the guy at second. So I don't know if his streak ended with the second best hitter in baseball.
Let's see. Did this guy? Yeah, it ended. 50-game beat the streak run ends in wild fashion. User Lotank, Lotank, was closing in on historic territory in their quest to reach 56 games, and they chose to ride with Jacob Wilson. The sweet swinging A's rookie came into his final at bat without a hit, but he blooped a ball into no man's land in right field that dropped in between three players. The only problem, Max Schumann, who was on first base, wasn't sure it would drop and was forced out at second base. That meant Wilson finished the game without a hit. Oh, my God.
So he's probably screaming, going, I got a hit. Wait, no.
Oh, my God.
It was great.
You're such a hater. You're the yuckiest of all yums. All right, who's not? Other than that guy.
Yeah.
Who's not hot? You know what, Dave? I'm going to let you take a stab at that.
Oh. Has he ever played basketball in Sacramento?
He has.
Hey,
what a coincidence.
What do you know? All right, Isaiah Thomas.
Nope.
Oh. Tyrese Halliburton?
Good job.
Okay, thanks.
That is Tyrese Halliburton. Last night,
my name's Mark.
He only had 4 points, 0 field goals, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls in 30-plus minutes.
Yay.
And some are saying the worst final performance of all time.
Who's saying that?
Some.
For the some? Some say it was the guttiest finals performance in history.
Who?
Some.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan
Walt Frazier.
I don't personally agree it was the guttiest. I'm not part of the some. I'm just saying there are some people that have said it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the guy in the OKC jersey? There's some ding dong that's sitting front row, and he's a ding dong because he's wearing the jersey with no undershirt. So he's sitting front row, and apparently he was chirping at Tyrese Halliburton, and then James Johnson came over and called him a few names, and next thing you know, he had one of them NBA red cards, like, hey, you're being warned. And so he goes on Twitter and he's just chirping about like how, hey, I was chirping at Tyrese Halliburton during Warros, and then James Johnson comes over and calls me a name. It's like, dude, just,
Yeah, don't mess with him.
Maybe just relax. And yes, don't. James Johnson would eat you and then poop you out and then form you in a ball and hit a free throw with your carcass. Like just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly how it would go, but it would be something like that. Just,
something similar.
All right. I want to get to Sac State here, so let's go streaking real quick.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
Danny in Chula Vista says, dude would have gotten $5.6 million if he'd hit 57. It's one thing if Wilson goes 0 for 4, like for realsies.
Yeah.
That's his 0 for 4. God.
I do believe the winner gets like $100,000 or $200,000 for having the longest streak.
Okay. I mean, at least he gets
something. I think he'll get something.
Okay. What do you care? You were laughing at him. All right.
That was great.
We all had an amazing actually, we do have a streak going.
Yes, we do.
Of failure.
Yeah. And some things on the line here, Dave. You said, I got to just change it up. I'm going to go with a Rocky.
I'm going with the worst team in baseball.
Yeah. And you took somebody named Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman got up 4 times. Hunter Goodman.
Come on.
Got 2 hits.
Let's go.
With 3 RBI, and those 2 hits, home runs.
Let's flipping go.
Wow, good for you.
You know what? Honestly, Jason, sometimes you just have to mix things up.
Yeah, and you did that.
I did. I went with it, and Hunter Goodman is just toiling in obscurity right now in wherever he is. Oh yeah, the Colorado. Colorado Rockies. Here's what one of them sounded like.
And this ball is lipped to the left center field, deep. Got a chance. It's gone. He's done it again.
Sometimes you meet people you don't expect and you fall in love. I think something may have happened with me and Hunter Goodman yesterday, because what a story. That was his 2nd home run of the game. He leads all National League catchers in home runs, hits, RBI, slugging percentage, and total bases, toiling away in obscurity for the Colorado Rockies. All right.
So anyway, 2 for 4, 3 RBI, 2 home run for him. I also went a different road. I said, let me take someone from the Miami Marlins. And I took Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards, the inventor of the Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah. And he got up 4 times, and he got 2 hits.
Hey, see what's going on here?
And then all eyes on Chris. So you're at 1, I'm at 1. Chris said,
here we go, baby.
Jackson Holiday. And now look, if Jackson Holiday doesn't get me a hit, I'm not going to pick him again the rest of the month. That's what he said. So with 3 plate appearances, let's find out how he did.
Wow. Wow. How happy is angry texter guy
209
that knows that he's got at least 13, maybe 14 days. Hold on, January, February, March, April, May. 13 days of no Jackson Holidays.
From Chris.
At least.
Yeah.
From Chris.
Well, I think Dave's the only one that's chosen him.
Yeah, have you chosen Jackson Holiday?
I think I took him once, and he got me a hit.
All right. Okay.
So who are you picking?
I wish I could pick Hunter Goodman every day, but I'll go back to Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay.
Let's try to start a good streak. Like the A's, we went through this failure, and let's see if we can't roll through a streak.
I'm going to roll the dice here. I'm not 100% certain he's playing, but I'm in his Giants debut, Rafael Devers.
Hey, that's a good one. I should have thought of that. Good
Thanks.
for you. Hey, can I switch mine?
To
Rafael Devers.
Well, then I'm switching mine.
Oh, you are? Okay, then you keep Devers.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna Go ahead, Chris.
I will take Jacob Wilson of the A's.
Huh. You mean the guy that just killed the 50-game streak?
It was great.
It was wonderful. All right. Well, Chris kept talking, so we'll get to Sac State at 9:28 when we come back. How about Bob Gerald?
Let's do it.
Bobby Gerald, son of Gary, or should I say Gary Gerald, father of Bobby Gerald?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think so. We're going to bring him on because he is his own person.
Yes,
he is a draft expert.
Yep.
He's a college expert.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk to him about the Kings and what's going on in the draft. We'll do all that right after this.
Visit SacktownSports.com and join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Tickets and info at CITPFest.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblit of Hoblit Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the Employee Pricing Plus sales event?
Anyone can get you employee pricing, but at Hoblit, it's all about the plus that you can only get here. Save up to $13,000 off MSRP on brand new 2025 heavy-duty Ram 2500 and 3500s. We have over 500 new Rams available, so your new Ram is waiting at Hoblit.
Well, how do you like the new heavy-duty trucks?
I love it. I took the new Ram 2500 with the high-output diesel and 8-speed transmission to Tahoe last weekend, and I have to say, I've not had this much fun driving a new truck in a long time. I've been driving diesels for 25 years, and this is easily the most fun, most powerful, and most responsive truck so far.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblit, period.
13,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 and 3500 Laramie after 4,000 factory rebates and 9,000 dealer discounts. Rebates may include 2,500 select inventory bonus cash and 500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. Aid to this net savings. Sample VIN 525043. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Deal. What should we do? Thank you. Oh, we go Bobby Brown to Bobby Gerald.
How about that?
We did that on purpose.
All Bobby all the time.
And we talked to Bobby during the March Madness. And now we're bringing in athletics fan, sporting the hat, Bobby Gerald, to join us. It's Dave, it's Jason. Good morning, Bob. How are you?
I'm good, guys. How about you?
Great.
How are you, Jason? You good?
I'm good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Got an hour left.
Yeah?
Yeah. Looking forward to dinner tonight. A little hungry. Maybe some brunch. Let's talk about the let's talk about the Kings first and foremost, Jason. What do you say? Let's lead off with that.
Bobby's always got ideas on the Kings.
Okay, Bobby, could you tell us exactly and be specific what the Kings are going to do this summer, who they're going to trade for, and will they have a draft pick? Go.
Sure. No, I wish I did know all that stuff, right? But of course I don't. You want to know what I think they should do?
Yeah. Yes.
So not everyone agrees with this, and I've talked about this before, but I think Domas Sabonis has got to be a 4 in the NBA if the Kings are ever going to get past the 40 to 48 win plateau. I just feel like, we've seen over the last 3 years about what this team can do playing at their best with Domas as a center. And I like Domas. I mean, this isn't me bashing him at all. I think he has uncommon toughness and a lot of skill. And I think that his newfound comfortability, is that a word? Comfortability?
We'll make it one. Yeah.
All right. He's more comfortable now shooting the 3-point shot than he used to be, and he makes 41% of these shots now. And if you look around the NBA, there's a lot of teams playing the two bigs, the two big lineup, and it seems to be having a lot of success. And so I think there needs to be a legitimate 2025 NBA type athlete, shot blocker that you can, be a vertical threat with, and someone who can help, tighten up that defense quite a bit. So that would be my line of thinking. If I was the Kings, I'd be trying to do whatever I could. And, Jonas Valanciunas is on the roster, but he doesn't move, the the way that he even used to move 5 years ago, and he's not going to get any faster. And he ended up having a negative defensive rating last year, Valanciunas did. So I think when you look at all that kind of stuff, it just cries for having someone who's big that you could play alongside Sabonis, get out there and make Sabonis a 4, and then the defense would be better. And I imagine, when I look at Sabonis, imagine him as an interior passer throwing lobs to someone who can actually finish lobs and make dunks around the basket. I just think that would be probably the first place I would look.
So I guess I have two thoughts on this. A follow-up on the first part of that, Bob, is any player or players you have in mind that you think the Kings could target to fill that 5 spot that you think would marry well with Sabonis? And then the second part is there's a lot more than just that, with DeRozan, Levine, cleaning up some of the guards, needing a point guard. Just kind of where else do you think this team might you think they should look?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot that can be done. I think the free agent center market is not that good. Most of the names are declining in value with aging bodies. So if you look at a player like Al Horford or Brook Lopez, that's exactly what I wouldn't want the Kings to do. I think you kind of already had that in Valanciunas, someone who's on the downside, who's a big spacer. So, Day'Ron Sharpe from Brooklyn is someone who's an underrated passer and decision maker. He's not scared of contact. He's only 23 years old. He's a restricted free agent, and that has, room to grow. That's the kind of guy that I would be interested in. I think he's a really good passer. I think the Kings need to find some value. That's the deal in the NBA right now, is find some value. Don't overpay for aging guys that have no room to grow. I mean, the Kings need to have some guys that we can put some faith in that, in 2 or 3 years, they could blossom into really being something. So I like Day'Ron Sharpe from that standpoint. If that didn't pan out, Clint Cabela, I think, could be a reasonable fallback. He's regressed, but I think he's still capable, more capable than Horford or Lopez. A guy like Luke Cornett, who's a quality backup in Boston. These aren't home run type plays here. We're just talking about getting somebody who can do those things to allow Domas to move down to the 4 spot. So that would be me. And then, of course, they could go into the draft, and if they really are going to move into the 20s, maybe they have somebody targeted there that they think, could fulfill that need. And it's also entirely possible that I'm just out to lunch and this is not even something that they're thinking about. That's probably the most likely scenario.
No, I like where you're going. I understand that when it comes to discourse surrounding teams, the thing that gets the most hits and the most conversation are the big names, but those big names become incredibly complicated. So it's like when we were talking about, well, if they're looking for a point guard, what if Chris Paul is the guy? As funny as it would be, Lonzo Ball, and I'm not advocating either. I'm just saying those are not sexy names. What about Mark Williams with Charlotte? And I understand that health is an issue, but I'm just kind of going with your flow here of guys that might be in distress or might be on the cheap. He's 23 years old. He's 7 foot. His measurements are off the chart. He just doesn't play a lot, but is that a guy you'd take a flyer on if the price was right, or does he not fit that bill?
Oh, absolutely. I'm in the Mark Williams fan club for sure. He's on my fantasy team, guys. He's someone that I've liked for a long time. The injury part, yeah, certainly would scare me. So you'd need to be really sure, with all the medicals and everything, that you think he's going to be good to go going forward. But yeah, I love Mark Williams. I just think that he's someone, he's going to cost you. You know what I mean? He's not someone that I don't think you're just going to be able to go out and get like and Mark Williams is way more the player than Day'Ron Sharpe is right now, or Jalen Smith from Chicago is someone else who still has upside at the age of 25. Maybe with some consistent minutes, he could be something. There's a kid in Washington, Tristan Vukcevic, that I think is still raw, but it has some really intriguing long-term potential with a 7'2.5" wingspan, but he's more of a reserve player right now. So, those are some of the guys that I would be looking at there. And then as far as the rest of it goes, yeah, I agree. I think it's hard to win games with DeRozan in 2025. He's a 2-point scorer, a mid-range master, and as good as he was down the stretch, and as much as the Kings leaned on him at times down the stretch, he's still a guy that shot well below the average of 36%. That's the league average of 3-pointers in the NBA. And so, what do you do with him? I think either he needs to become a 6-man or you need to trade him. And I would probably be looking to trade him. And I think, he's making $24.5 million. That's not super ridiculous to make him untradeable, in my opinion. I don't know that for a fact, obviously, but I would think that he would be tradable for something.
Jason, I figured it out if you wanted to, by the way. Sacramento Kings trade DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, and Devin Carter to the Charlotte Hornets, along with 3 first-round picks, 2 of them unprotected, for LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams. Roll out a lineup of Sabonis, Williams, Keegan, Zach LaVine, and LaMelo Ball. Bob, we're done, right? That's it. Let's win a title.
That would be pretty good if LaMelo played any defense at all.
I know.
You know what I mean? But maybe Mark Williams is back there to protect him all of a sudden. But a LaMelo, Zach LaVine backcourt would be about the height of disinterest as far as defense goes. So I'm not. So I see. LaMelo's a good player. Obviously, I mean, he really is a talented guy. He just personally wouldn't be the first guy I would choose in going after a point guard, and for that reason, I just don't think he's a defensive-minded guy, and I think that Doug Christie. I mean, we know Doug. We know what Doug's going to want. I don't think there's a perfect answer out there as far as free agency is concerned. Ty Jerome is someone I've mentioned before. People have some questions about whether or not he's really a 1. People think he's more of a scorer, more of a 2. I think your point guard should have some scoring capability. I mean, De'Aaron Fox certainly wasn't just a straight point guard. So I like Ty Jerome. I don't know what he's going to cost, but his contract is up after this. Josh Giddey, he's going to be a restricted free agent, so you figure Chicago's going to re-sign him, and he would cost big money. But he's someone that I would consider. I think D'Angelo Russell is risky, but he's capable. I don't think his talent went anywhere. It's just can anyone unlock that talent?
Sorry.
Can Bob? Can LaVine be a better version of LaVine here with DeRozan maybe being gone and or a new point guard, like a true point guard? Well, how much would that benefit Zach LaVine here, you think?
I think he could be just having a training camp with Doug too ought to help and maybe tighten up some of his defensive inefficiencies, if that's possible. And playing with a point guard, I think certainly would be a big deal for everyone on the Kings roster. A good point guard really can set the table, get you calm down, get the floor space properly, all that kind of stuff. So. We'll see. I don't think Chris Paul, by the way, you mentioned that in passing, Dave. I don't think that would be the worst thing in the world either. I mean, he's a guy that absolutely knows how to play. He can be a coach on the floor. As much as Doug likes to play a free-flowing, not really call plays type of a deal, just go out there and play and read and react. I think Chris Paul, his intelligence would make some sense. I mean, obviously he's on the downside. But if we need and it seems to be the hot term these days, a bridge point guard, then that might be your guy in the year 2025.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I want to mention, by the way, Bobby Gerald joining us. You can check out all his stuff at hoopobsession.com. I want to make sure we plug that in there. Yeah, it sounds the heavy rumors that he wants to go back to Southern California. Obviously, the Lakers have their point guard, Luka Doncic, although that'd be interesting rotationally. Maybe going back to LA to the Clippers as a backup to James Harden. But I am completely with you there. Now, let me ask you this, though, and this is one of those keep it simple, stupid comments, but I know there's a lot more to it, Bobby. The Kings have. And you were just talking about LaMelo Ball and defense or lack thereof, along with Zach LaVine. I could not agree with you more on that. Well, the Kings have one of the best defensive guards in the NBA in Keon Ellis. And they also have a guy that Monty McNair drafted largely for his defense. This is a guy whose comps coming out of college were largely Marcus Smart types in Devin Carter. Is it, or, by the way, they also have the former number 1 pick in the draft who was drafted ahead of Jason Tatum and De'Aaron Fox and Markelle Fultz. But that aside, this big question about point guard. You have Domantas Sabonis, who is Diet Jokic, who is going to – does Sabonis allow you to train guys like Ellis and Carter to be that point guard of the future, or is that just too simple?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel I've always kind of felt like point guards are kind of almost born. You know what I mean? You're born with that. There's a few guys that have reversed it as they've gone along. Cade Cunningham comes to mind. He's a guy that actually had more turnovers than assists in college. And so when people were talking about he's going to be a point guard in the NBA, I was kind of like, I don't know. And I was absolutely wrong. I mean, he's grown into that and become that. But I also think there's a different talent level between Cade Cunningham and Keon Ellis and Cade Cunningham and Devin Carter. So right now, I would continue to roll as if Keon and Devin Carter are both 2 guards. I just think that's what I see in their game. But you could probably do a lot worse than having Keon, because you need a guy out there, especially if you're going to have Zach LaVine, and Keegan Murray, and if we don't know what's going to happen with DeMar, but there's so much shooting already on this team that you kind of need a guy who's just ready to play defense and do whatever the team needs. Someone who doesn't need to have plays run for them. I've always thought that was something that this version, or this latest, last 2 or 3 years version of the Sacramento Kings has needed, is someone who can just be an athlete, defend, run the floor. You never have to run a play for them, finish at the rim, do that kind of stuff. I just think it's the thing that this team is probably lacking the most, outside of a legitimate 2025 NBA style center that runs the floor, dunks, and does all those things that a good center does.
Maybe a guy that's maybe fast at that position.
Yeah, exactly.
To the rim, maybe capable of scoring 60.
Right.
Can hit shots in the clutch. Yeah, I don't know. We keep on the lookout.
Yeah. Just don't find those guys everywhere, do they?
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the draft. Obviously, this is something you've watched all the college games. You watch all these guys. You have your own. It's not really your own thoughts on the board. But what I like to ask you, Bob, every year is, like, Cooper Flagg is everybody's number 1. I think there's no doubt about that. But like, where would he be a comp to other number 1s? Like, if the last 10 years of number 1 picks, is Cooper Flagg the best of them? Would he go number 1 over Anthony Edwards? Would he go number 1 over Anthony Davis? Like, just kind of where does he, over Zion, where does he fall in line as far as the past couple of years of number 1s?
Before you answer, this is great. Did you see this segment yesterday? Okay, so there was a segment on ESPN, and what they did is they started it last year, and they went all the way back until you got to a guy that you would take number 1. So, Bobby, on Jason's question, can I run you through this list of number 1 picks? And I want to see how far we go back until you say, yeah, I would, and we're not going to count Victor Wembanyama here.
Okay, because I was already going to say Wemby's number 1. It's not.
Yes, that's what they did. They skipped over him. Okay, so Paolo Banchero.
Flag.
Okay. Cade Cunningham.
Flag.
Anthony Edwards.
Flag.
And of course, remember, everybody, the game we're playing is not now for this next one, by the way. It's at the time who would have Bobby taken.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson.
Flag. You could keep going. It would be Cooper Flagg. It's going to be Cooper Flagg the rest of the way for me. Who do you think you could get to that?
I honestly thought you'd struggle with Zion just because of the where he was.
How about AD?
Yeah, how about AD? That's where they.
Okay, that's probably about That's probably about that. The last time I was that confident that someone was going to
really.
Wow. Yeah, and I think Cooper. He's the real thing, man. I mean, I brought this up to you guys before, I believe, but he led the entire NCAA in box score plus minus. I mean, like the whole as an 18-year-old. I mean, so he just doesn't have any holes. He shoots it. He has a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. His defensive rating was whopping 5.9 points better than the Duke team defensive rating. He won all the awards. He's right-handed, but he uses his left hand well. He's just strictly about basketball. He plays the right way. To me, is the easiest number one pick since Wembanyama, and then going back a long way before that. It'd be hard for me to see Cooper Flagg failing, barring a catastrophic injury.
So if you were the GM of Dallas, knowing that you have this incredible luxury, but also at the same time, this kind of pick could probably get you most any player in the league. And there's been talk before about Giannis, whether that's legit or not. Would you even flinch at that or say, look, we've already got Kyrie, we've got AD, we've got a good team. When healthy, if we added Giannis or whatever player that is, would you do that? Or you say, no, I can't risk moving Cooper Flagg?
I wouldn't mess with it. Not for Giannis. And it's not like, I mean, I love Giannis. I think he's a great dude. He's good, this and that. But at the end of the day, he's a 22% 3-point shooter, and so Giannis, for me, Giannis needs to be a center, period. The Bucks need to move to Giannis to center, quit screwing around with Brook Lopez and his however old he is right now, and play Giannis at center and call it a day. And their efficiency would rise tremendously, and they might have a chance. But they're screwing around thinking that Giannis is anything but that with his 22% 3-point shooting. I mean, he's just proven it time and time again. He plays best around the basket, near the basket. He's a good defender. There's no reason why he shouldn't be playing center at this point. He's put on the muscle necessary. He's not going to get pushed around. And that's a story for another day. But I feel pretty strongly about that. So yeah, I would just roll with Cooper Flagg, and Anthony Davis doesn't like to play center, but hey, guess what, Anthony, you're playing center, or else we'll trade you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you're 28% 3-point shooting.
We did this exercise, listening to you scout out Cooper Flagg. We kind of did this exercise a couple weeks ago, Jason, and I'm curious as to your take, because you've forgotten more about college basketball than most. So in hearing you and hearing so many others talk about Cooper Flagg, by the way, disclaimer, I get this is kind of a jive dorky comparison, but it just goes to a lot of the hype. I'm thinking about a guy who at 18 years old went to Duke, was the big man of the year, the ACC rookie of the year, first team all ACC, ACC player of the year, ACC freshman of the year, Pete Newell big man award. Although they're different players, how much would your analysis of a sure thing differed between Cooper Flagg and Marvin Bagley?
Quite a bit, because Cooper can shoot the three, and I think Marvin didn't do that. Marvin wasn't near the defender that Cooper is. I think Cooper is just far superior that way. Marvin was probably a more turnovers than assist guy too. You know what I mean? I just think Cooper has a better feel. I still will go to my grave thinking that the Kings never utilized Marvin Bagley the right way. So we could go into those weeds too. It's like, I used to get so frustrated. He'd be standing over there in the corner. Whoever it was, the coach at the time, probably Luke Walton, would be like, "Hey, let's go stand in the corner." If you're Marvin Bagley, basically playing like a dead man role, and he would just stand there. And if he got the ball, maybe he could shoot a three. It's like, yeah, let's have our 20% shooter that's great around the basket go stand in the corner and shoot threes. We couldn't even get a duck in. We couldn't get a back cut. We couldn't get, And I know Marvin wasn't the perfect player, but I'll go to my grave thinking he was utilized the wrong way. And I still haven't written off Marvin as a player that can at least contribute in the NBA. We'll see. Hey, he might get to play in Memphis, depending on what they do. They're definitely like, what are they doing? They're screwing around.
Right.
Talking with Bob Gerald. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I tried to tell the Orlando Magic about KCP. I tried, guys. I really did.
Yeah. As we're talking with Bob Gerald here from hoopobsession.com. So is it clearly like, you were so high on Cooper Flagg, which a lot of people are. and then just a big canyon to the next? Or how's like 2 through 7 to 10 in this draft look?
To me, Dylan Harper is a pretty clear 2. The guy from Rutgers, he's 6'5". This is one of Ron Harper's sons. 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan, can probably play shooting guard and small forward. And just a kid, born in 2006. I mean, some of these kids are 18 and 19 years old. But I like Dylan Harper. He has a way to get to the basket. He's kind of slithery, but smart and strong at the same time. So I like him. I think 1-2 is pretty set. And then Jason, I do think it's open for interpretation after that between Trey Johnson from Texas, who's a really gifted scorer that squares up on his shot so beautifully. VJ Edgecombe from Baylor, who is another like guard wing type guy that's a really good defender and a good athlete. A lot of people like Ace Bailey from Rutgers. I'm a little lower on Ace. I think all he really does is shoot and score. Not a lot there as far as team play, defense, sharing, all those kind of intangibles. But the talent is undeniable. And then after that tier, then you get into some really subjective thoughts about who might go where. It depends. Do you want to take a chance on a guy who's a little older? Are you okay drafting a 22 or 23-year-old, or do you think in the lottery you have to kind of take an upside swing on one of these younger kids? The philosophy of teams will be interesting to see, because there are some players that I think that are ready to come in right now that are really seasoned college players that can come in and contribute and help an NBA team possibly win some games. But in 4 years, will they be better than some of these kids that, like this kid from France, Yon Berenjay, who I think is kind of the darling of draft Twitter right now. He seems to be moving up all the different mock drafts, and he's really raw. He only started playing like 4 years ago, but he has great size, and the way he moves on the floor shows you a glimpse into what might be in the year 2029.
Are the Kings going to get any of them?
Man, so we keep hearing all this stuff, right? The guy Fisher from the Stein line, says that the Kings are going to jump into the top 20. And I was trying to think, who would they be targeting if they were trying to jump into the top 20? And, if a guy like Nick Clifford from Colorado State were to fall that far, he's someone that certainly I think should be considered. He's one of those 23-year-old guys, but actually has a game. And, I'm not the comp guy, but he has a game that reminds me of Doug Christie, a really good defender, good enough on offense, 100% about the team. I think he's someone that's interesting. I think Maxime Renault from Stanford is a really skilled big, probably tends more towards the 4 than the 5, but 7-footer that can step out and shoot and just make shots, make baskets, obviously knows how to play. I think, he's someone that they could be considering, and maybe a little bit deeper, a guy like Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton, who has a 7'6" wingspan and doesn't foul out of games and makes a lot of shots near the basket. Those are all possibilities. Or if they want to go point guard, Nolan Traore, who some say will be a point guard eventually, from France, is another guy that is a possibility. He's a young kid, though, and I don't think he's really ready to come in and contribute right away.
That's Bobby Gerald, always dropping knowledge. Hoop obsession. And I know sometimes spelling. Obsession's one of those words.
Tricky one?
It's a little bit. OBSESSION, hoopobsession.com, or you could just Google basketball knowledge studs. And it's probably going to be the first thing that pops up. Bobby Gerald joining us as he does whenever we need to learn things. Bob, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to go eat some foie gras now. And is that how you say it, Jay?
It's foie gras, but I say it as. Is
that the kind of stuff you like to see on a menu, Dave?
No, dude. I'm cool with not spreading goose liver on some bread. I'm just
gonna say.
By the way, it not only is it taste weird and gross, but also anytime you want to have some fun, and by fun I mean cry, and I'm not Mr. PETA guy, but like just Google how foie gras comes to bear, and it's not.
No thanks.
The Deuce is having zero fun with this. I can promise you that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that then. So
very
maybe
good.
I'll have some braised lamb liver now. Or
there you go.
like
And some sweetbreads.
Yeah.
I wonder how your dad's a foodie. I wonder how he feels about all that
But
stuff.
he's a foodie in a different sense.
That's
so
true.
he's not
That's
a
true.
foo-foo
Yeah,
foodie.
that's true.
See, we call it foo-foo.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
we
with
don't
you.
like the foo-foo. My dad likes meat
Fried
and potatoes.
Yeah.
Chili dogs.
Yeah.
Has he ever had a hot dog before?
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's the chili dog king.
Yes.
Have a good rest of your day, brother. Talk to you soon.
See you guys.
All right, take care. That is Bobby Gerald. And I want to remind you, by the way, the text line is 916-339-1140. Do not call, text the word jersey if you want to win a DeMar DeRozan signed jersey. Listen to Sacktown Sports all day for the code words. And make it happen, Captain. Man, Bobby Gerald bringing that draft energy in. Oh. I did not know that. Carmichael Dave here. I want to talk to you about, well, the weather and being comfortable in the weather. American Energy has been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. I can't make that up. Also, don't listen to the paid show on the radio. Go to Yelp, go to Google, and read the real person reviews on people that have dealt with American Energy. Family owned and operated. And right now, they're offering a half-off deal on their tune-ups. Okay, just $24.50. Normally $49 gets them out to your house. Check out that air conditioning unit of yours and make sure you are just dialed for the hot summer that is on the way. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. When we get back, What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. We'll finally get to Sac State's FBS hearing next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Your Tuesday, spotlighting sunshine, a pleasant morning, and a warmer afternoon. Expect to have light winds out of the southwest today. Plenty of sunshine. Highs in the low to mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
It's about time they
Fix that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jane has 150,000 miles on her truck, and she's proud of that. Jane's secret? AutoZone, where friendly AutoZoners help her find the right parts. Jane's brother Josh only cares that his car starts and goes, but when it doesn't, he also goes to AutoZone, where friendly AutoZoners help with free services. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I was taking my side hustle full-time.
Bold move, my friend.
And I needed to find everything in one stop.
Like finding Bigfoot riding a unicorn.
Yes, so I hit the Staples Easy button. Staples had everything for a new office and print services for signs and brochures. Plus, Cindy, the Staples associate, helped me find the best tech for me.
Wait, no drama?
No, Staples made it easy.
For the products, services, and experts your business needs. Staples. That was easy. In-store, online, and on the app.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Zach Geloff, still out with that stress reaction in his ribs, joined the A's on the road in Anaheim last week to continue his rehab progression and is expected to begin a minor league rehab assignment this week. Gio Urshela, out with that left hamstring strain, joined AAA Las Vegas for a rehab assignment last week and is expected to begin playing this week as well. This injury update was brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Have an injury? call downtown. Downtown LA Law Group, an injury law firm, has many happy clients in Sacramento and the surrounding areas who have called downtown. Get paid for your injuries from slip and falls or auto accidents. One of their most recent settlements was $1.5 million for a motorcycle accident. Have you had an auto accident? Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222 and visit them at calldowntown.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, the latest class of the A's Hall of Fame will be inducted before the A's play the Reds on September 13th. And what a group, including longtime A's broadcaster Monty Moore and the big three, Hudson, Mulder, and Zito. And when those guys pitch together in the A's rotation over a 5-year span, their combined records 234 and 119. Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. It's how retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And it's how healthcare offices become data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emron Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
We've got song. We've got song.
Wow, so I was wrong once in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed up on what I said once in my life.
Once meaning a lot. That's okay. God, Sammy Spearman's in the chat. Jesus.
What's wrong with that?
He makes Russ's takes look like the most boring thing ever. I know Sammy from years and years and years of posting on King's message boards.
Okay.
He'll bust out things like, I don't know. I won't be specific. But for example, let's say he didn't say this, but it'd be like, everybody knows Keegan Murray is an agent for the Blazers and doesn't even try. What?
I will cut him.
Yeah, stuff, just get out of here. Astros A's tonight. A's going for more on the streak.
Yes.
2 in a row against the Astros. That'd be nice. We think Rafael Devers is debuting tonight. Guardians at Gigantics. Oilers Panthers. I'm all in on this series. Dude.
Are you?
I am all
Are you
in.
going?
I've watched. What, to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh. Okay.
No. I'm going to Florida next month.
Oh.
But
okay.
not
Just
for
bad
not
timing.
for the, yeah.
Okay.
I'm all about the Oilers. Let's go, Edmonton. But they're down 3-2. It's been the last game was the worst one of all of them, but it's been a fun series, dude. It's been one of the best Stanley Cup series. I don't know. Again, I don't watch maybe a minute of hockey, and then the Stanley Cup finals come on. I'm all there.
I think you had asked last week, has there been, what's the best hockey NBA game 7, have they had it? And I think someone did the research. I think it's happened 3 times.
That what has happened 3 times?
Both game 7s.
Oh,
in the same year of the finals.
Yeah,
which is weird. I thought it would have been a little more than that.
Same. That's interesting.
If I read that right.
Yeah. Well, there's no basketball tonight, so
nope.
A little baseball, a little hockey.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's for dinner tonight.
Mm.
Last night was leftovers.
Okay.
You can watch Monterrey versus Inter Milan.
Who?
Monterrey versus Inter Milan.
Club World Cup.
Okay.
I am the only thing I'm really looking at Club World Cup is how quickly all the MLS teams get booted. American soccer. America. Jason, let's get to it.
Okay. What's next?
Sac State was part of a hearing yesterday. They want to get a waiver to join the FBS and be independents. How did that go?
Not well for the Hornets yesterday. So the official ruling from this oversight committee, which most people believe whatever they recommend to the next step, which I believe is next week or the week after, will be the result. So they're trying to get this opportunity to be an FBS independent in football.
So for Kings fans, similar maybe to the relocation committee's recommendation to the Board of Governors, it's not binding, but generally they follow the recommendation.
Generally.
Okay.
So that one, there's another comp that would be the opposite. Was the NFL had an oversight committee on teams going to Los Angeles. They said it should be the Raiders and the Rams, and then when the owners got involved, it was the Rams and the Chargers.
Okay.
So things can change. Will it? I have no idea, no expertise in any of this, but certainly was not what the Hornets were hoping for. There is some other speculation that there's going to be this potentially this other governing body, this governance that's going to kind of look over. I mean, because college sports is just changing at a rapid rate, and they kind of need a little bit of order. And so that group may be constructed here very soon. So maybe they're just like, hey, let's leave it for them to decide. I don't know, but I don't think for the initial move to get to FBS, that I would say that wasn't good news by any means.
I want to know why they turned him down. Like, what's the reasoning?
Well, again, I don't know. Wasn't in the room. Don't know that. To me, and I told you this yesterday, I think everything about it is exciting. I think there's an opportunity. You got, if you want it and you got vision and all that, I think what it could become is awesome. But me personally, and I'm not voting on any of this, I think it would have looked better if, there were shovels in the ground and a stadium was already built and TV deal, all the things that they can do. But hadn't done yet, and not for lack of. It's not anybody's slacking. It's just
this hasn't been done.
Yeah, I just think sometimes maybe the Ducks could have been more in order, but some may also say, "Hey, here's an opportunity. Let's go," and then we're going to get it all in order.
What does Oregon have to do with it?
Yes.
Well, maybe we can get Luke Wood on, Dr. Wood on this week to discuss it. We're certainly hoping for good news.
It's not all over, but it certainly wasn't a good thing.
We'll take a break. What is a good thing is Crosstalk with Alan Stiles. We'll get Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. And we'll wrap up not just the show, we'll wrap up the week for Jason Ross as we say goodbye. We say goodbye to Jason Ross after this segment. Coming up next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Avery-Anna. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Tickets and info at CITPFest.com.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia. I got a tour of their headquarters. I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jane has 150,000 miles on her truck, and she's proud of that. Jane's secret, AutoZone, where friendly AutoZoners help her find the right parts. Jane's brother Josh only cares that his car starts and goes, but when it doesn't, he also goes to AutoZone, where friendly AutoZoners help with free services. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837-5050. 800-837-5050.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Giant Summer Sale and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah. Alan, everybody.
Alan Styles. Yelled at me yesterday.
He did?
Yeah.
Why?
Stuck with me for a while, too.
Why'd you yell at him, Alan?
Yeah.
Oh, is that when you were just being weird?
No, I was just standing. I was just, he was getting, music was playing. I was standing, beside the camera. I said,
Oh, yeah, he does that to me.
I was like,
get out of here.
I was like, how long would it take for it to be weird if I just, didn't say anything, but just, was like a live studio audience, just watched.
Yeah.
Alan needs to cook.
And he goes, get out of the studio, Dave. I was like, wow, I guess not that long. Jeez.
What was worse, that or Tom yelling at you?
Oh, Tom. By far. I still, even at Tom's going away party, I gave him a hug and I was like, hey, dude, I'm really going to miss you yelling at me for absolutely no reason of freaking out on me. And he was like, I was kidding.
Yeah, right.
He was not kidding. He was not kidding. But what I've decided is that for Tom, that was old people have these weird mood swings where they'll just go, and then they
don't know where you are.
Yeah,
they
get confused, whatever. But that's not Alan.
No,
Alan's not old people.
No,
I'm not touching that. I'm not. Yeah. You're giving away a signed DeMar DeRozan jersey all day.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that's exciting. Make sure you might want to, if you don't already, specify that it's text in, not call in.
Yeah, we didn't have that problem. Just a lot
maybe,
of texters.
Maybe we have an IQ issue in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you think we have an IQ issue with our audience in the mornings, Alan?
Your thoughts?
Your thoughts?
You know, our audience, I think it was early in the show. They're just waking up, getting the sleep out of their eyes.
I'm going to get to know them pretty well on Friday.
Is that so?
Boom,
Is that
boom,
official?
boom.
Alan Styles. We have ourselves a host for Friday.
Boom.
8 hours straight.
Wow.
8 hours straight.
That is
baby.
great.
Do the afternoon as well.
Yeah,
12
get out of
hours.
here.
Oh, it's an Allen marathon.
That's right.
That's
8 hours. How many trade candidates
Wow.
can we cook up? 12 hours.
It is a marathon. No, Mare Allen thought? No. Okay. Who's doing your show then?
TBD. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Love TBD. Oh,
TBD's been waiting for that opportunity.
It's not official, but I think we'll hear someone familiar on the show.
Really? Why did you?
I think you're
Familiar. Yeah.
Can we play 20 questions? No.
Not now.
I'm
I got home and
All
I
right.
said,
Well, it's exciting for you.
Yeah, I did it, I think, last summer.
Oh, did you?
For a week,
That's
I think.
It's a different thing.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
a
know
big,
where you guys were.
huge audience. You
gotta
got,
wake
you
up
know,
early.
Yeah, you're in the driver's
You'll
seat,
just stay
buddy.
up all night.
I'm just not
too.
sleeping.
Yeah, you can't. You're too excited.
Yeah, I just do my rundown.
Yeah.
I'm typing, and then I'm walking.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Walking
When
in.
you're doing when you do fill in the mornings, do you still do all of our like 3 for Madnesses? and
Not
stuff?
all of you guys got so many.
Why? Why is
If
that?
they're sponsored, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Well, if they're sponsored, yes, we
But
do.
shouldn't the rule be that when you do somebody else's show, you do their show?
Not necessarily.
I think last time I did it, it was a week, and
Yeah.
throughout the week, I just did less and less.
No, you should. I mean,
Like,
it's,
man, I
it's,
can't even get
it's
cooking
the
here.
benchmarks. It's you should be doing leading off. You should be if you don't want to do the blah beforehand, that's fine. But leading
I
off,
got trades to get
doing
to.
3 for Madness.
Cook.
You're doing safer outs.
Will there be Friday Fun and Games?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Oh,
The
we'll do that
last
one.
time I did it, people said, "Alan, you're getting into the sports too quickly. You need to."
It's a good
if
point.
you're going to be Dave, you need to
you-
tell us about what you made for
Yeah, that's
dinner
right. You
last
got to ramp up.
night.
You got to ramp up. You can't just have the music. Can you feel it? You can't be doing the thing where you come in here. It's like Sacktown Sports 1140, Alan Styles, and we got you covered all day.
You got to wake them up, man.
I mean, they're awake.
That shot of style espresso on Friday is going to be hot.
No, I don't.
After a Thursday off, too.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't mind bringing in.
over there before I get my coffee.
I don't mind you bringing in your stuff. That's fine. You should. They need to get a little.
What do I have to do on Friday?
What do you mean?
What do you have?
We have leading off.
We have leading off.
Street.
We have safer out. By the way, safer out. You
Cold or
got,
hot?
I mean, look, numbers
Fair or foul?
Numbers don't lie.
That sounds like a guy that wants to host the show on.
I mean, if
Friday.
you want to get good ratings, that's what you do.
All right.
We're gonna
Free
get
for
close.
Madness, safer out.
They're all there.
I
know them. We don't have to go over them now.
Safer out. Hold on.
No, but you don't.
Crosstalk.
That doesn't count.
What's on deck? Which is sponsored. You guys do that one.
Yeah, I'll do that. Any of these sponsored
Tracks
ones.
and deck and railing.
What's on deck?
Yeah, you can talk about my deck. I'm getting a new
What's
one.
on Dave's deck?
That's right.
In Carmichael with his pool that he loves to show us.
Carmichael, when have I ever
all
shown
the
you?
time.
When have I ever shown you my pool?
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump in the pool.
When have I literally ever said that? Ever once?
Chris, didn't he jump in the pool?
Yes,
That was in Palm Springs, you
Hey, guys,
dingleberry.
I'm in Palm
when
Springs.
it was the last show of the day or the week, and I jumped in the pool. You almost got it right. Hey, I'm Alan. I'm the hit king. I'm here to talk to you about golf.
Ham in Palm Desert.
Is that a flex? I'm in Palm Desert. All right, celebrity birthdays are brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Nothing says. Well, congratulations. Maybe we'll get you a sleeve of Crumble Cookies for doing the Friday show.
Oh, please.
We appreciate that. We're looking forward to finding out who's doing the midday show.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It doesn't matter as much, but honestly, we're looking forward to it, though.
It's a good one.
Is it a good one? Who is it? Oh, you can't tell me? All right. Nothing says family and friends, but better than Crumble Cookies. Hey, are you filling in tomorrow on Friday? Yes, I am. Well, how about some Crumble Cookies for you? Now it's worth it. Back to you, Jason Ross.
Hey, on this date, in what year did the movie Big Daddy?
Okay, someone's got to get this
you know
besides
what they
Dave
say.
or besides Chris. I mean,
This is Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart.
I don't know.
What happened to that kid?
1998.
97?
1999.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Laud, 1999. He's the Oklahoma City Thunder of this.
I'm just going to shame him. It's weird.
Happy birthday,
Dave,
today to Kendrick
Lamar.
No. Oh, Dave's got to get this one. This is Dave's guy.
Yeah, it's his guy.
That's my guy.
It's your guy.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was born. He is 28.
I thought I see 20. Actually, he's 30.
It's Jeff.
He's 33.
Kendrick Lamar is 38.
No, he's not.
That's
Did
what
I
I
say
said.
this wrong?
Didn't I say 38?
He said 28.
I meant 38.
Is he
you guys are making
38?
me doubt that I looked it up wrong.
No,
he might be. I know he's in his 30s.
He's 38.
Well, he
guys.
seems 28 to me.
Get out the club, man.
All right,
He's been doing this for almost 20 years.
If that was Dave's guy, this is Chris's guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Chris better get this.
He better.
Happy birthday to Will Forte. McGruber.
You're up, dog.
Yeah.
Will
Right on. You gotta get
Forte
this right on.
is.
Or Alan and Dave
I thought
win.
you were going to say Morrissey, to be honest.
He's not my guy. 55.
Love to see him. Okay, I'm piggybacking. I'm saying 54.
Yeah, and I'm double piggy. 50. He's not 56, is he? You said 55?
Yeah.
He's 53.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Law.
Oh.
55. Happy birthday to Venus Williams.
He was 54 last year, Dave.
That's a good point right there. Venus. I'm your Venus.
Yeah.
I'm your fire.
He has a sister.
Serena. I believe is how it's pronounced.
Serenade.
Joe Serna Williams?
Venus Williams is 39.
Nope.
You know what to say about tennis players.
Yeah, no, that's incorrect. She's 44, actually.
Yeah, she is older, isn't she?
46.
We have a tie between Alan and Chris, 45 today. Happy birthday to Barry Manilow.
Say it ain't so, Manilow. Turn the light. Nope. Barry Manilow is 89.
Yeah, he's healthy. 87.
83.
Chris is closest, 82. Happy birthday to Amari Cooper.
Okay. All
right, you know what to say.
Amari Cooper is 32. I'm going to get this
It's
one.
right.
I am right. Always like to end on a hot streak.
What to say, Alan?
33 seems old, but I'm going to
Go the
say
other way.
31.
33.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Alan Stiles.
Yeah, no help whatsoever.
All right. Well, Mr. I get everything right. Alan Stiles coming up with another trade idea and some controversy. Look out. It's all happening next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for